Lord. Father, you know Satan rampant. Satan is at busy at both three, Machine Hill and Bruce too. But this morning, Lord, we bring the school children before you and lift them up before you this morning. Father, you know the school children are about to come home. Remember them in the doors of mercy. Guide them and protect them. Keep them in the act of safety. This our blessed Lord, my God and my King. The teachers, Lord. Always be a teacher to the children and them this our blessed Lord. The principal I bring before you, the security and workers, this our Lord, my God and my King. Look over each and every one. Remember them this morning, Lord. Father, I bring the Prime Minister before you. Remember that son, if thou be so pleased. Father, you knows everything about him, Lord. Have your own way, this our blessed Lord. The ministers I bring before you, each and every one of them, the opposition party this morning, that attack it by name and by number, reach out and touch that son wheresoever I look at, guide him and protect him. I bring all the ministers before you, present and past, this our blessed Lord. Have mercy on each and every one of them, this our Master. Take them in charge if thou be so pleased, my God and my King, this our. Take your country in charge. This our blessed Lord. It's only you and you alone, Lord. What could save us, Lord? It's only you and you alone, Lord, what could guide and protect us. This our Lord. Father God, remember your country. Remember all your children in the country, Lord. Not forgetting the youths this morning, Lord. I bring each and every one of them before you. Father, change your water into wine. Father, make them what you want them to be and not what they want to be of themselves. Father, one mother grown is all mother grown. This our blessed Lord, my God and my King. Pass by the youths, wheresoever they sit down on the blocks, wheresoever they relaxing, Lord. Touch them, Lord. Pass the heart, this our blessed Lord. With love, peace, and unity, Jesus. Have mercy on each and every one of them. Father, young and tender plant. My God, this morning, I bring the entire force before you. I bring the SSU before you. I bring all workers here and everywhere. Each and every one of them. I bring all the drivers, the buses, Lord, the conductor, the passenger, even the boat on the ocean, the plane in the air, this our Lord. The sick and afflicted one, those that cannot help themselves. Pass by the hospital this morning, blessed Lord. Reach out and touch each and every one. Some are sick and some are sad. Some are lost the love they have. But this morning, blessed Lord, you is good and you is kind to your children this hour. Remember those preparing themselves for the apparition table. Father God, take in charge this our Lord. Remember those in childbirth. I ask for safe deliverance for each and every one of them. But even all those who are sick, what in the home this our Lord. Pass by each and every one of them. I know you is good to them. There is nothing that you cannot do for them. Only depend on you, Lord. I know you could do the body every good. Remember all those in the home, Lord. Remember the aged one, this our Lord. Remember Miss Jacob, I bring before you. Remember Miss Job is in your hand. Remember Miss Matterson this morning, blessed Lord. Father, pass by she home, this our Lord. I know you is good to her, this our blessed Lord. Father, remember in the doors of mercy, all those who are dwelling with her. Reach out and touch each and every one of them this morning, my God and my King. Father, is surrounding, Lord. I bring it before you. Remember that son this morning, blessed Lord. Thanking you for health and for strength and for life. Thanking you for mercy, this our Lord. You whom he left behind, each and every one of them in that home. Guide them and protect them. Bless them if thou be so pleased. It might be small, but share the blessing unto each and every one this hour. Remember, Mr. Andre, I bring before you. Remember that son. Father, take him in charge if thou be so pleased. Father, guide him and protect him, Lord. The offspring of his body, all those who are dwelling with them. Father, I ask you for mercy unto each and every one and blessing this our Master. Remember them, Jesus. Father, it's stuff I bring before you. Remember each and every one of them this morning, Lord. Father, they all are your children. Both male and female, they all is in your hand. Father, bless them if thou be so pleased. Bind them together. Leave no veins where Satan could enter, Lord. Because Satan is a busy at first through this our blessed Lord, my God and my King. That four corner in that radio station this hour, Lord. I bring it before you and I lift it up to you. Father, lend them the broom of salvation to sweep that place and sweep it clean. Leave no veins where Satan could enter this hour, blessed Lord. Each and every one of them this hour, Master, my God and my King. Remember, Mr. Carl, I bring before you, Lord. Remember each and every one of them, I cannot name them one by one. But Father, please help them to educate the nation this hour, blessed Lord. My God and my King, my village and my people, as you taught the disciples to say, Our Father which art in heaven, holy be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us the days our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil, for thy is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen and amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you very much.
Pleasant day.
Have a good day and have a good weekend.
Same to you.
All right. Take
bye.
care. It's real. It's 91.9. 10 minutes to 8 o'clock. Late start for you today, guys. I apologize for that. Nonetheless, we're going to have fun just the same way. Let me say good morning to Adrian Watts. Good morning to Caroline and family. Let's focus on having yourself a wonderful day. Can't forget Mr. Belfon. Good morning to you. People listening via 91.9, have yourself a wonderful day as well. People listening via 91.5, stay blessed.
With everybody scrambled.
Bevis John, good morning, brother. Baby daddy, how you doing, brother?
Wolf in sheep clothing, boats of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do.
I remember if you're inside of St. Patrick's and you're looking for breakfast to eat this morning, or you're looking for some good lunch, you're heading up to St. Patrick's, remember to check out Velma's Restaurant and Bar. For breakfast, she has grung provision, saltfish, roast bakes, chicken, fry cuckoo with herbal tea. And for lunch, she has macaroni pie, grung provision, basmati rice and peas, fish, chicken, pumpkin, green salad. And she got local juice to go with that. And for dinner, she has burgers and fries. So don't miss it, all right? Mr. Sylvan, good morning to you. Have a blessed one. Eh?
How come you don't say burgers and fries your favorite?
That's always my favorite, but this morning I late, so I'm just trying to go through everything, you know? You remember that. All right, we're going to pay some bills and we'll be back and we banging.
Jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You got to be careful.
91.5 Real FM got you covered.
Steps inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissy.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissy.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more. With Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
From the north, covering south, east, and west. This is Real FM.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Go right ahead.
Good morning to the nation. I'm reading from the Word of God, Psalm 133. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that run down upon the beard of even Aaron's beard, that went down to his skirt of his garment. This is the end of the scripture reading.
Thank you very much.
And you have a wonderful day and a lovely weekend.
You too.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
From the north, covering south, east, and west. This is Real FM.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchen, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
.5 Real FM got you covered.
Me candidate, too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes again. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over. They unleash the lawyer, set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need to close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating. So maybe I repeating go. They're like a natural disaster now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on their knees. And I'm begging away and hard it won't be. Prophesy to the country, streets turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm singing. Now this is my humble petition. Another day for election. Go now.
Morning again, Igwe.
Morning, Igwe, and we must indeed indicate to our listeners. We had a little challenge this morning getting here, and that was the reason for us starting. The time we started, I started, my phone started ringing like crazy, Igwe.
I know.
But I indicated to those persons, hang on, we on our way. Help is on our way. Real expressions for Friday, the 30th June 2023, the extension, Igwe. And as I always say, Grenada is my constituency. RealFM is my parliament, and I'm the people's spokesman. And I'm blessed and protected by the ancient of days, so they can't try nothing. So even those who are saying when they meet me in any corner, they go bonks me with a van. I ain't worrying about that. I worry not. Igwe, when shame is absent, anything could happen. And we see in Grenada, the present administration, shame is absent. So we seen anything happening, rampant corruption. Igwe. And we who observe what is going on, we need to call out the present administration, Igwe. And like we always do, when we make any statement, we back it up with facts, undisputed, irrebuttable facts. Some not pleased, but if you decide, they say he who allege must prove. So if we allege corruption, we have to prove it. If we allege anything happening, we have to prove it. And we use information, evidence, two things. So, getting into the discussion this morning, I will play two clips from Mr. Andy Williams, which is so eye-opening, Igwe. So give me the first one because I want people to understand. It is so eye-opening what Mr. Williams advised the public.
What else going on? But you voting for NMP or NDC or whatever it is. When they go into a rally, go and listen to exactly what they are saying. See if it makes sense. Get a pen and piece of paper, write it down. And when they go in office, hold them against it. A man just can't just come and just promise you XYZ and when he come, he ain't doing it. Hold them against it. And if we start demanding more other people, they wouldn't have a choice but to raise their level. But if these parties see that we just anything goes for us, they will continue giving us mediocre.
So Igwe, we took Andy's advice and we write down. In many instances, we have clips. No, I don't want the next one yet.
Okay.
In many instances, we have the clips. And we hold them to the promises. But the supporters vex. But Andy what say, when you go in the rally, you listen them. tape them, write them down. So we tape them, we write them down, we had the clips, and then he say hold them to the what they say, to the promises they make. And we hold in the National Democratic Congress to the promises they make. And the supporters vex, meeting me and telling me, we are tired. But Andy, the MIT guy, the flowers and pumpkin guy, as they just say, he advised the nation to write them down and then to ask questions, keep them honest, hold the foot to the fire, hold it against them. So all we doing on RealFM, we take the advice of Minister Andy Williams, Igwe, because we had the clips. And when we play the clips, it does vex. But he advised us to take notes, observation, record them mentally, and document, have them, and clips. And he say, watch, after you do that, hold it against them. That what? I'm a sitting minister, the GDB guy. That what he advised the nation, Igwe. He say, hold it against them. Play that clip again because people don't believe it's joke we make it.
I'm wrong right now. And this is why I'm making the lie. What else going on? But we voting for NMP or NDC or whatever it is. When they go into a rally, go and listen to exactly what they are saying. See if it makes sense. Get a pen and piece of paper, write it down. And when they go in office, hold them against it. A man just can't just come and just promise you XYZ and when he come here doing it. Hold them against it. And if we start demanding more other people, they wouldn't have a choice but to raise their level. But if these parties see that we just anything goes for us, they will continue giving us mediocre.
So, and they say, write it down. But we do more than write. We write, we tape, we save clip, and we holding them against it. But they vex. We only take the advice of Andy. And want us to understand Igwe. Them men and them spoke during the campaign because most of the times they believed that they would not end up in governance Igwe. So they felt they could have said anything. But now the shoe is on the other foot Igwe. We seeing them men and them. Give me the next one, the next piece of advice from Mr. Andy Williams.
I'm wrong right now. And this is why I'm making the lie. That if you speak, you get victimized.
Yeah, right.
And this is wrong. Because we should be able to speak. I can tell you I'm not a yes man. Right? We should be able to speak. If NDC is in power right now, we should be able to say exactly what we don't like that is going on in government. If an NMP, vice versa, same thing. Right? There's a fear going on right now that if you talk, you're going to get victimized.
Play it again.
And that has to stop. We have to do that wrong right now. And this is why I'm making the lie. That if you speak, you get victimized. And this is wrong. Because we should be able to speak. I can tell you I'm not a yes man. Right? We should be able to speak. If NDC is in power right now, we should be able to say exactly what we don't like that is going on in government. If an NMP, vice versa, same thing. Right? There's a fear going on right now that if you talk, you're going to get victimized.
Yes, Igwe.
And that has to stop. We have to stop that. Whoever is doing it, we have to expose them. Yeah. And I tell you, if anybody come for me, you come for me.
I wonder if they remember that and then.
So why when we exposing them, and that was their advice, they vex? Tell me, Igwe. The man say, watch, there's a fear of being victimized. The fear is so great You have friends of mine who work in with government and they're afraid to comment under my Facebook post because they're afraid they go be victimizing. So everything the gentleman saying
coming to pass.
So they want us to be yes men. Okay, you see, he's not a yes man. And if he turn a yes man, I don't, it's amazing how people change. To get the money from GDB, Mr. Andy, did you turn a yes man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why?
You turn a yes man.
When we see what we do like, all you're saying we're trying to bring down the government on RealFM. Why, Igwe? That the words of the gentleman, you know. We didn't make that, and we and him do good like that for he to say he had a private conversation with us and we tape him like how some of them does do. Some of them calling you Igwe and a private conversation with you and tape you and then saying they have files. But release the files. Play the files there, everybody here. The whole files. The whole no secret for me.
Drop it on us.
If I worry of being beat up, let it go. So the man say he's not a yes man. So he advised us not to be yes men. So we're not yes men here. We say it as it is. We're saying what we do like. Igwe. And the fear of victimizing is real and present in this country, Igwe. And the man say expose them. Play the clip again, Igwe, because I want people to get that clip. Because I know he could say it better than me. I can't say it like him.
That are wrong right now. And this is why I'm making the lie. That if you speak, you get victimized. And this is wrong. Because we should be able to speak. I can tell you I'm not a yes man. Right? We should be able to speak. If NDC is in power right now, we should be able to say exactly what we don't like that is going on in government. If an NMP, vice versa, same thing. Right? There's a fear going on right now that if you talk, you're going to get victimized. And that has to stop. We have to stop that. Whoever is doing it, we have to expose them. And I tell you, if anybody come for me, you come for me.
Yes, you
see if anybody come for him, you know.
Yeah.
He get the man outline the thing so clear.
Yeah, so clear.
You see, he not a yes man, so you don't expect us to be yes men. You see, we should say what we do like. We saying what we do like. He say there's a fear of victimization going on in the ministries and all about. He say expose them. We exposing them. He say we should be able to speak and we speaking. So every advice the MIT minister give, we adhere to it on RealFM, but all of a sudden they vex. And we didn't make up that, you know. And we didn't ask the MIT minister to say that, you know. So I want you to play the two clips for me, back to back, because I want people to understand what is going on here. You see how when we play the Tillman clip? Play the two clips back to back.
That are wrong right now. And this is why I'm making the lie. That if you speak, you get victimized. And this is wrong. Because we should be able to speak. I can tell you I'm not a yes man. Right? We should be able to speak. If NDC is in power right now, we should be able to say exactly what we don't like that is going on in government. If an NMP, vice versa, same thing. Right? There's a fear going on right now that if you talk, you're going to get victimized. And that has to stop. We have to stop that. Whoever is doing it, we have to expose them. And I tell you, if anybody come for me, you come for me. What else going on? But you're voting for NMP or NDC or whatever it is. When you go into a rally, go and listen to exactly what they are saying. See if it makes sense. Get a pen and piece of paper, write it down. And when they go in office, hold them against it. A man can't just come and just promise you XYZ and when he come, he ain't doing it. Hold them against it. And if we start demanding more other people, they wouldn't have a choice but to raise their level. But if these parties see that we just anything goes for us, they will continue giving us mediocre.
Igwe, I want to address Minister Andy Williams. But I know Mr. Telesford does listen. So Mr. Telesford, ask Mr. Andy Williams for me why the National Democratic Congress not stopping the victimization. Because there's evidence of victimization. He say, listen them and hold it against them. We listen them in the campaign. We hold it against them now. He say he not a yes man. We not no yes men. He say what you don't like. We saying what we don't like. Ease up the fear of victimization or decanization. He said to expose them, we exposing them. So Mr. Andy Williams, simply put, when the National Democratic Congress, the cabal, would stop victimizing the Grenadian public. Because you knew and your advice was of such that don't allow victimization, speak out, hold them to it, don't be yes men, write down what you say. In your case, we tape what you say with the clips. Because all these clips is all your own, you know.
See, I do it, you know. You hold your phone and do it.
Nobody didn't hold a gun to your head to do that, you know. You willingly made those lives, you know, Andy. You end up in government now, and everything you speak out against happening now. And you do saying nothing. So it is reasonable, Igwe, to conclude that Andy become a yes man. Because, and that's why we say we giving evidence and facts. You know? Because if you're not a yes man, you go speak out against what's happening. The 150, you go speak out against it. The workers who lose their work, you go speak out against it. The non-payment to the faith organization workers and CJ workers, you go speak out against it. But the fact that you don't say nothing, your mouth zip, your hands on your lip, that means it's amazing how people change. As soon as they reach in a position, Igwe, they just rearrange. So the MIT minister rearrange. And Igwe, that is the same man that talk about belly and guts. Igwe, that is why I started off saying, where shame is absent, anything could happen. And right now with this NDC administration, shame is absent. So we're seeing anything. Anything goes. Anything happening. So Mr. Andy Williams, the onus is on you, one, to remember what you all said. Two, hold yourself or hold it against yourself. Three, ask the questions. Four, don't be a yes man. Five, say what you do like. Six, stop the fear of victimization in the country. Six, expose them. And seven, let the people speak and ventilate. You ever call on the line, Igwe?
Yeah.
Let's take the call.
Good morning.
Good morning, Master Carl.
Yay.
Igwe, good morning.
Morning.
And good morning to the listeners of RealFM. Master Carl, as a former police officer, if you witness an accident and somebody is telling you how the accident occurred, there's a difference, eh?
Yeah.
You witness it, somebody is telling you how it occurred. I say this to say, the people who witnessed the revolution, who live in the period 1979 to 1983, they know much more than those who were told what happened.
Yep.
In addition, I say this to say, during the 1979-1983 period, persons were picked up and put in jail for speaking. for speaking. And as we know, the Constitution allowed them the freedom of speech. What is happening now is just a slight difference to what happened during that time. Persons are not picked up and put in jail, but what they're trying to do, what they want to do is to silence you from speaking. That's the only difference as it relates to that area. You cannot speak, you cannot open your mouth and speak the truth. Before you speak and say about the wrong, the ills that this administration is doing, the supporters and those in administration, they want to jump down your throat. They want to strangle you. But they are not different to what took place in the revolution. And I would like for the former Prime Minister, Mr. Tillman Thomas, to sit down and analyze that. Because that is what he was imprisoned for, speaking. And no, we as Grenadians cannot open our mouth and speak. They want to silence us. They want to shut us up. The same thing that happened then, it's happening now, but it's just in a different manner. So those who are now thinking that, okay, NDC is good and NDC is doing that, let somebody who witnessed the revolution, who knows what went on, tell them the truth about it as it relates to freedom of speech. Because most of them that yapping, all they could talk about is what people tell them about the revolution. The question is, did they witness the revolution? Could they tell exactly what transpired in the revolution? Could they say what people had to endure during the revolution?
Could they testify?
Exactly, Master Carl. They only relying on what people tell them. And that is what is happening now. Most of the people that are ramping and raving and carrying on, especially those in the diaspora, is what people telling them what is taking place in Grenada. Ask them if they have a first-hand view, first-hand knowledge as to what is taking place. So
they're speaking from a vexed position.
The period of the revolution is no different to what is happening now. No wonder why. And persons must look at that very seriously. No wonder why the Prime Minister called on Morris Bishop and said, we miss you, but when he say we, he better know who included in that we. We miss you, we love you, and if you were here, but Morris is not here. And the same thing that Morris did, he's doing it in a different way. They are doing it in a different way. But when he's speaking about we, I'm sending out a word to him. Know who he is included in that we, because I'm not in the number.
But the thing how he's saying, we miss him, but he don't stay in Grenada.
Exactly.
I don't know if he be running away from something, or he running away from the real issues.
Every time things happening in Grenada, he's not here.
Leadership by avoidance.
Every time thing is happening in Grenada, the man is not here.
Well, I know Jonah, they tried to run away.
Exactly.
And he ended up where he decided we had to go, you know.
You see, the thing about it is that, and these religious leaders and them not speaking to the man and telling the man as it is, you could run as much as you want, and I don't say it, moon does run as much as it wants, but daylight does catch up with it. So he could run as much as he wants and do as much as he like, but the master is in charge.
When daylight take money, we get stupid.
Exactly. The same thing that happened in the revolution is happening here. You can't speak, you cannot say nothing. They want to jump down your throat. They want to strangle you. They want to tell you all kind of things.
But Minister Andy Williams is saying something different before the election.
Well, this one says something. I don't know. Master Carl, what I want to say, it's not good for the radio.
No, don't say it on the radio.
Honestly, Master Carl, I mean, come on. Grenadians, open your eyes. Take things bit by bit and analyze it. Don't let people just come and push things down all the throat and all you accept it. Take things bit by bit and analyze it.
Because
you all don't know, ask persons who know.
We can call him Mr. Andy Williams, say the thing clear, and he say, listen them. Write it down.
Exactly.
Hold them against it.
Why do you think he say write it down? Because you can go back to it.
Yes.
You can refer to it.
He said, don't be a yes man. He says, say what you like. He talk about the victimization because he know they would have victimized people, so he talk about it before.
Say what you like. Say what you like. No, we're saying what we like, and it's a problem.
Yes.
That is it, you know. You're saying you're saying it now, and it's a problem. So why is it a problem now? And he tell you to say it. These people are sick people. They're sick. I just cannot understand. And Grenadians not taking things and analyzing it and trying to digest it for themselves. What they are doing, they are letting people chew for them and still swallow for them.
But why the PM keep going out of the country so?
He knows why.
He hiding from something?
He knows why. He knows why. Me and you don't know why. He knows why. He knows why. But as I always say, Masakal, you hear me say it on numerous occasions, a cock could only stay underwater if the holder.
And here the thing so strange, eh? He advised you to hold them to it. Say what you don't like. But when you say what you don't like, they say, you know, they're waiting for you.
Exactly.
They're waiting to do that. They're waiting to do that.
Well, Masakal, they could, I know they're waiting for me. I know they're waiting for me. And I'm going to say it now, Masakal. I know they're waiting for me. Because I know he had those who were inquiring who I am. I know he had those who were inquiring who I am.
But them,
I am the person that gave 34 years, 229 days service to the government of Grenada. And I'm saying it now.
And you was not a piece in the tail police.
Exactly. I am saying it now. I am not afraid of any man. I'm not afraid of any man. Because what they can do is only destroy my body. I am afraid of the being, the creator, my God, who is able and have the power to destroy both my body and soul. So they come for me now, they come for me next week, they come for me next year. I'm not afraid. Dying is a must.
Yeah, but as you're dying is a must.
They tried it in 2008. They tried it in 2008, but it was unsuccessful. They was unsuccessful.
What I still don't get, is the so-called prayer warriors. They know what the Bible say about dead. But they sat comfortably and listen to the Prime Minister calling a dead man.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
The church listen this thing and they say nothing, you know.
Massacre, all of them dead in spirit before the Lord.
Before
the Lord. No bother with them.
They making the gospel so hard to preach is a shame.
Don't bother with them. As I say, everything we do on this earth, man might forget it, but God records it. Everything we say, man may not hear us, but God hears us. Mm-hmm. A day is coming for each and every one of us. So whether you be chief, Indian, whoever it is, your day is coming.
Whether in the kitchen or the water carrier.
Exactly. Your day is coming. So let them believe that they would go on the pulpit and go what and preach this and preach that and preach that. And they will get away with it before God. I am telling them no. They lie. And they lie big time.
They damn
lie. They
fail
to realize that the Master is keeping record of each and every each and every day, each and every month, each and every week, each and every hour, each and every second of what we do on this earth. Leave them, let it go ahead. They could pray. Leave them, let it pray. Leave them, let it pray. Master Carl, let them pray. The prayers, their own prayers, either sing them or rise them.
They know about Balaam and the prayer warriors, and they know about Balaam.
You notice when I call, I don't talk about these prayer or these preachers, and I have nothing to say about them. I have nothing to say about them.
All right, caller.
Because the good book tells me about them.
For the Bible tells me so.
Exactly.
Thus say the Lord.
The Bible tells me about them. So I'm bothered with them. And especially in this time, I'm bothering with them.
All right, so
Master
take care,
Carl,
man.
that is my take this morning.
Very salient reasoning.
What we experienced in 79, no, but it's just in a different manner.
Very salient reasoning.
Those who were not around and jumping up and advancing and things, let them get it from those who actually witnessed and was there in 79. Let them get it from people, and don't let people camouflage it and make them believe that everything was nice and rosy and dandy. I'm not saying that there wasn't good things. There wasn't good things. But specifically, as I outlined to you, that part of it, freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. And Mr. Tillman Thomas knows that. Mr. Tillman Thomas knows that. He was a victim of that.
In those days, in the night, if you had to have a conversation, somebody had to go and sit down under the house.
Exactly.
To see somebody to come in and listen.
Master Carl, I know.
You have to have a look out, Igwe. Because if you don't look out next morning,
problem.
Who will, you know?
I tell you.
So yes,
you come all under your house and listen to you passing the road. You walk in the road and as you see them, you have to hush. You can't say nothing.
Yes, correct. It was a salient contribution. So thanks.
Okay, Master Carl. Igwe, have a good day.
Yeah, you too. I have our next caller waiting on the WhatsApp.
Yeah, let me take it.
Hello?
Good morning, friend. How are you?
How are you doing? A long time I hear you. What going on with you?
Yeah, nothing much, but I'm listening, but I think, been busy and something I tried calling and didn't get you.
Yeah.
But what I want to say is we have to look at this from a spiritual side. Now,
we fight not against flesh and blood.
Flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers, spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yeah.
Now, when the PM called upon Morris, he wasn't calling Morris himself. He was calling upon the spirit.
Yes.
Okay? And then we have to look at it. Yes, Morris is dead, but the spirit, the revolutionary spirit, spirits don't die. So he performed the art of Ninko-Nancy, and now he is saying about jab in parliament, devil. So you see, it ties together. He's actually telling the Grenadians.
But you meant praying for that,
Yes, he's saying who is ruling them, and they cannot see. They do not have having ears, they hear not, and having eyes, they see not. They are not seeing, they are not hearing. Those people that say they are prayer warriors, they're actually prayer warriors in truth, but for the wrong source. They're prayer warriors for the devil, not from the Most High. The Most High hates iniquity. The Most High hates Ninko-Nancy. He hates sin. So when you are calling good evil and evil good, because all the bad that man doing, they exalt him and he good. The good Michelle, the good this, the good that. I'm only saying what they are saying.
The good people.
So, so if you use, Carl, if I am oppressing the poor, when the Bible said the poor you would have always among you, and it tells you, he that he that oppress the poor reproach his maker.
But
you are oppressing the poor.
But you also say unless you do it to the least of my brother, you don't do nothing.
Exactly. What you do to the least of your brother, you do to me. So when they now do all these things, and you as the church calling the people good, that means you're going against the written word. Because what the people are doing and what the word says two different things. That means you are not really serving the Most High. You're serving the opposite side.
Because Eli sat there and watch his sons do wrong thing and don't say nothing. And when the fire come here and I'll get burning.
Exactly. The children of Israel went into captivity a lot of times because of this nonsense, because of the wrong. So if people don't, especially the church, I'm speaking to those who call themselves Christians, those who say they're serving the Most High. If you all don't repent, judgment is going to pass on you all. And we are seeing all the sacrifice. These people that died there, I am saying it. I hope your station don't get flagged for that. But these people that died there for
don't say
11
nothing.
mothers.
No. Just don't press the envelope.
Keep it level. Don't press it too hard.
Okay, but you know, people have to look with their spiritual eyes about the people that get murdered. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
Yes, look with their spiritual eyes. Don't take everything face value. It goes deeper than that. The rabbit hole goes deeper.
All right, so take your caller.
So,
and thanks for your
have a good day.
contribution. Yes, Igwe. Let me come with it. Let the people vent. Hello?
And we lost that one. All right, caller, call back. Go ahead, Igwe.
Set up the khaki for me there because we need to.
Khaki, cross.
Yeah.
Khaki. The khaki government?
Yeah. Yeah, Igwe. The two callers made some deep points. One of us on the spiritual realm and to what is actually happening and the state of play here. Yes, let me take the call.
Morning.
Okay, thank you.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Carl. Good morning, and good morning to Jibo. Good morning to Mr. Andre Donald.
Morning.
And good morning to the Grenadian people, home and abroad. I just want to say good morning. I'm listening. Yeah.
All right.
I listen to a call my family. We cannot afraid to speak in Grenada. I am not scared of what it could do to me in Grenada. Anything go wrong, it's not right, I'm going to speak about it. In this country. I'm not afraid of those in authority. I will not disrespect anybody. But you have things that is not right in this country, and I'm going to speak about it. And when it comes for them pastors and them, they is not real. They can't tie up my head. Because a lot of people is suffering. A lot of pastors know what is going on in Grenada. They say them is born again Christians. And they're not speaking about the victimization. They're preaching about everything. They're not speaking about the victimization and the suffering with the poor class people in this country. So I don't want to Grenada. And you have certain pastors that marrying people that come from England and America in a hotel. And they're there preaching the word of God. Men that come in and married in Grenada. They must, Lord, let me not say nothing again. Have a good day.
I bless.
Yes, Igwe.
Okay. Give me Igwe.
Your Nikaki government?
Yeah. And people to understand how going on.
All right.
Okay.
And I think this is how we describe our government. This is a real word. It's not made up. It has Greek origins. It is called a kakistocracy. Google it. Kakistocracy.
Surely you're making things up now.
Google it.
I mean, I love the word, but what is the meaning?
Okay. You Google it, and you tell me the meaning. And tell me this does not adequately describe our government.
Now I'm typing into my work computer.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Kakistocracy. Kakistocracy. And give me the definition.
Literally, a government by the worst people.
Yes.
A government by the least suitable or competent citizens of a state. Hey, so full of the khaki people.
I
can't believe it's an actual word.
And it's not even an Afrikaans word you'd think kak comes from. Hey?
Wow.
Do you call a parliament full of these people? workers.
He enjoyed that.
Touche, my man. Touche.
So, you understand, Igwe?
Yeah.
Because you have men at in GDB, you have cell, van, you have domestic violence, you have men are going in balling. Yeah, right?
Good morning.
Morning, gentlemen.
Yeah.
How you all guys doing?
Quiet for the time.
Interesting that your last two callers dealt with a subject that I've talked about a whole lot and you have talked about a whole lot. But what is interesting more than anything else is that I'm listening to these two callers, especially the first one who dealt with the issue of Maurice Bishop and his spirit and so on, and the invocation of the spirit and so on. And the effect it had on Grenada, which the ignorance of the people nowadays are praising. They don't have a clue as to what is happening or what has happened. Carl and Igwe and ladies and gentlemen, I am standing right on the grounds right now doing some work where Maurice Bishop jailed maybe close to 3,000 Rastas. Just a few days ago, I was to show somebody a hole that was stayed here in Norton. That it was a slave camp. It was an actual labor camp, similar to what the Nazis established. For example, you had a situation where I-Free, well-known I-Free, Mr. Rasta I-Free, left this camp on the shoulders of other guys because he was so weak he couldn't even walk. He was like what people call a zombie in looks. And I'm standing right in the area, right on the grounds, where these guys used to be walking to produce food for their own self because they were hardly fed by the government. They had to produce their own food. This is why there were so much hoes. You know the hoe that we use in the garden? The hoe that we use in the garden. Quite a few was met here. They stay in Norton. You see relics and evidence of activity that used to be going on there during that time. Let us be young people especially who don't have a clue as to what happened during that time. Wake up and understand what Dickon and the others did when they went in Cameroon Park and invoked the spirit of Maurice Bishop. They have no clue as to the danger of such a thing. Read their Bible and see what God said about such a thing. When Saul was threatened by David and what he went and do. I'll leave that there for a little bit. Because when I try to think of this thing, I was get angry. But let me tell you something. I'm a person who cannot be intimidated. So I'm yet to understand how anybody letting themselves be intimidated by the nonsense that is going on here. There's no way. It's impossible. It's impractical. I have no sense when it comes to that one. That I could be intimidated by a government trying to silence me in the situation as we have it. But on top of that, Carl, did you hear what Mr. Grimes, the president of the Public Workers Union, said concerning the agreement that the government made with the union relative to contract workers?
Enlighten me.
Well, they signed an agreement where contract workers are respected in the agreement to the extent that they're getting preferential treatment nowadays. Treatment that they used to get in times before. Agreement has been signed for contract workers to enjoy it. Contract workers are not supposed to be existing right now. Contract workers are supposed to be wiped out by the stroke of a pen. They actually entrenched in the agreement with the union that contract workers in due time will be getting a certain amount of money when they're going home at least. There are special arrangements for them to enjoy. I think in the case of doctors, some set of free things. But contract workers, what I'm saying, in the agreement with the union,
they are recognized.
Have become established now, but they become established when they were supposed to be illegal, according to the Prime Minister. Contract work in Grenada is supposed to be an illegal thing against the Constitution. But now the Prime Minister go and sign, along with his minister, Claudia Joseph, sign agreement with the union to establish contract. I mean, what could be worse deception than that? People are lured by the whole aspect of what the man used to be saying. You know, he sounds so fine. He sounds so intelligent and honest and genuine. And everything that man said so far he has contradicted it. Every single thing.
Like the plane.
I mean, it's a terrible thing that is going on, man. I don't understand how people let themselves get deceived, you know. I knew Bishop was a big deceiver, you know. I sat down on the same couch with Moise Bishop in 1974, planning to take over this country. So I know Moise Bishop better than all these guys on them. I sat on the same couch in St. Paul's Way, planning to take over this country. So I'm not talking as an alien.
Serious man,
I'm no alien. I know Moise Bishop intimately. Moise Bishop know me too. But I didn't get jail in the revolution without Kennedy.
Oh, you escaped jail? You escaped jail?
This is what I didn't get into jail because I moved on another side of things, and I was untouchable.
So you run away then?
No, I was in Grenada, and I'm talking. And listen to me, I'm talking against the revolution in other cases. You ask Kit in the Saturday, Kit Miss Vic's son.
Yes.
Ask him what the kind of things I used to be saying. One day Miss Vic said, "What they want jail?" You know. Let me tell you, Jay used to write me from jail, and I get in the letters. Ask fella something I said one day in a conversation in Junction. Fella opened his eye. I think fella left the militia as a result of what I said that day.
What? Well, he's a guy with a lot of influence?
I tell you, but I used to say a lot, and I'm not afraid to say a lot. Because if you speak truth, and you speak right, it cannot be refuted.
All right.
That's the difficulty with truth.
Yeah, the truth need no help.
No, it don't need no help. And I was never afraid to talk. And I'm still not afraid. I can't be afraid. Because I cannot be intimidated. I don't have no sense. So careful with somebody who has no sense. That's the danger of me in this situation. I'm not afraid to say, I cannot be intimidated. So when time to talk, I'll talk. If I have to give kudos to the government, fine. But this government is making so much blunder. I have no apology to make. They are doing a set of nonsense. And some of them are my good friends. I haven't met any of them to talk the way I want to talk to them so far. Telesford, Postieda, Andy. These are guys that when I'm going to meet with chat. Well, me and Postieda go way back. We used to be in the same organization. I was the PRO of the organization. He was the vice president. And, you know, he even asked me to help him, come and help him campaign in the previous election, not this last one.
All right.
When he was not. And that's so close we are.
Okay,
so I'm not afraid to talk about things.
Okay, Carl.
And he knows me as an outspoken person.
All right.
And when I meet these guys, I want to have to say a few things to them.
Well, take care and have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Be good.
Right. That caller seemed to have some back it even. See, he was on the couch.
Yeah.
That man do ordinary. Like that man locally known and internationally respected.
What else going on? But you're voting for NMP or NDC, whatever it is. When they go into a rally, go and listen to exactly what they are saying. See if it makes sense. Get a pen and paper, write it down. And when they go in office, hold them against it. I mind just cannot promise you XYZ, and when you come here doing it, hold them against it. And if we start demanding more other people, they wouldn't have a choice but to raise their level. But if these parties see that anything goes for us, they will continue giving us mediocre.
Yes, you good. We have a call.
Hey, good morning, Igwe. Good morning, Master Carl.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
I remember before the last election, NMP, NDC and the supporters will say nothing going on in the country. Nothing going on in the country. Well, Igwe and Master Carl, when you look at all the projects that is going on in the country, that the NDC government doing right now, is project that the NMP government was doing while I was in government. But now the supporters giving them praise for the project that they're doing. So how come now nothing going on, but now the project that NMP are doing, it becomes something good now? It becomes something? How it becomes something? So you see how wicked these people are, right? You see how the same thing they was calling them as nothing. Now it becomes something. You give them praise for the thing that the previous government was doing before. But again, I want to say concerning with the clip that you all played in. When you look at this track record of NMP government, you remember what happened night and day you have a radio host, you still lambaste the government at the time. But did you hear the government victimize anybody for speaking out and say what they want? Many times the thing that was said is not the truth. But the government is about them. The government tells them that they have freedom to speak. But right now, you're seeing the wrong thing going on. You're talking about the wrong things. But then once you get to know who's saying and you're working for that, it's saying in your home. They say in your home. Right? So when we speak about the wrong things that are going on, Master Carl, it doesn't matter if we want to bring the government. It's for the government to change their attitude and do what is right. And do what is right for everyone. As one of God said, we shall pray for all saints, that all saints will live a peaceable life. How could you call yourself a prayer warrior and go in and pray? Praying against to victimize people. Praying against to send home people. How could you do that? Right? Because the word of God says righteousness exalts a nation. And the church has to be very careful of what they did, what they are allowing to happen in the country. You have to pray against the evil things that are going on in the country, against the hypocrisy people. You cannot be in bed with the wrong. And then next day you go and speak about righteousness. That cannot work. Righteousness is something that has to continue going ahead. It's not something it's for time. And afterwards, when you achieve something in life, you pray against the righteousness. You have to always pray against what is wrong going on in the country. But it stays silent. It stays silent. They stay silent. Right? So it comes no like if the people are afraid to speak. What I call upon the Ghanaian people. You love the country, and if you are a patriot of the country, you want to see everything go good and right in the country. And you should speak up about everything that is taking place in the country because you love the country. And why are you speaking? For the government to change the attitude. Change the attitude. But look at again, Master Carl again. What Andy said about the nonsense. Permanent. They know that everyone cannot and will never be permanent in a country. They must be contract workers. But they say that to the workers. Right? The Prime Minister said again, the World Bank report state the people who receiving 350 and 450 from the seed, that money should be 650. That was promises they made. Right? They said again to them they would not send home nobody. Right? They would send home nobody. Look again, they send home, and they still continue to send home. Victimization is rampant. Why rampant? Because you're speaking about the evil things, what's going on in the country, and speaking about it. So they once they get to know who's saying it, and they get to and they send it home. Because all the ministers, they become yes man. Because if they don't know you, Master Carl, and someone in the village where you live in know you and they know your kind of program, sometimes the person only may tell themselves you vote for other party. But once you go and report that to the ministers and them, they make sure they find you and we work it and they send you home. So all of them become yes man. All of them become yes man to the wrong things that is going on in the country. And where the churches stay quiet. It stay quiet. Brother Carl, agree? Have a blessed morning.
Agree. Yeah, man, and Mr. Andy, seeing that people should ask questions. We really want to know what is the real deal with GDB and that money on you. Because up to now, you don't see nothing much. Because you see, you didn't authorize the newspaper man to see what he see. But you say, ask questions. People should be able to speak. Hold you to it. So we only doing that because you advise that. Because we write down what you say. We tape it. But I don't know if amazing how people change soon as they reach in a position they rearrange it with. But we don't know if it's just the politics of enriching yourself. Let me take the call.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning, bro. Master Carl.
Yay.
Morning. As long as this new program there, it's kind of interesting, you know.
Okay.
I heard guys talking about how our NDC doing his program from the NMP. Master Carl, listen. The people of Grenada, they fired the NMP.
Yes.
Right? and they fire all who going with them. So don't come and blame NDC.
That's why I'm taking all. That's all I'm taking all who all believe is NMP work.
Well, the people fire the NMP.
So then all taking. So then it's okay to
everybody.
So then it's okay to victimize who you feel those supporting you.
Then a victimization.
What that is
NDC
taking.
going with the supporters. When NDC, if NDC lose tomorrow, NDC will be going with the supporters too.
Okay.
So you can't call a victimize.
Oh, so we go. So somewhere down the road, we might be able to have that same conversation again.
Yes.
Well, that's fair.
Let me hear him.
When NDC lose, they go with their supporters. All who they think they go with them. So don't worry about that. Listen to me now. The people talking about how NMP is the supporter of the poor. The NMP used the poor and vulnerable. For 9 years, they used them. All they give them, when 4 months before the election, what they do? They give them 150 to win the election. But they lose it. So now, they're coiling. But what the NDC do? Matter of fact, I will tell you what going on by me. You have some people by me who get put on the program, and they ask me to praise the NDC for getting them on the program.
They don't pay you?
Because they say, yes, no.
They paying you?
Yes, no.
You don't
They're
answer
trying
me.
to get on the program.
How much they take out?
They paying you
Well,
to
see
come?
what it. How much they take out on the program?
They take up 150 from the...
No. How much persons they take out on the program? Because the minister said they would take out some. They go purge list.
Yeah. How much they take out?
They say they purge list, and they find out there is...
But how much they take out? Because you know a lot. So
yeah,
we
so
don't
tell
know.
us.
So
we don't know.
asking
Tell
you.
us.
Well,
How much they take out? Answer the question.
You know who go on. How much they take out?
Well, I don't know how much they take out.
You don't answer us, man. Tell us how much they take out. That's why you have to answer.
They disqualify some.
How much?
How much?
Yeah, how much?
I don't know how much. They never say how much they take out.
Okay, but they could only say how much they put on.
You're wasting time, man. I thought you're talking sense.
So, Mr. Rolo, they on the list?
Listen what they did.
No, as we at it, let me have a discussion. Mr. Rolo on the list?
Let me tell you about Mr. Rolo. Mr. Rolo is a man. He's getting $800 from the NIS. Plus, he's getting $300 from the poor relief. So he ain't had the right to say nothing.
How much you getting?
I 71 years old.
How much you getting? That
I don't get nothing from the NIS, from the government. I never work with government. I never get nothing from them. And I don't want nothing from them, my brother.
Okay.
All right.
I'm 71 years old, and I work for my living.
All right. You don't say nothing that makes sense for me this morning. You don't talk nothing good in me, SD. Yes, Igwe. Time for us to take a break?
Not for the news.
I cut off that, man. I don't have time for that.
For the news. No, you don't have to cut him.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful. challenges of life without fear. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. How you move when you're moving. Which direction you going. You got to be careful. You got to be careful.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Welcome to the latest news update as produced by Triple N. Details when I return.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Welcome back. Locally, various regional counterparts met on Thursday charting the way for Friday's Regional Council of Ministers of Agriculture meeting here in Grenada, reviewing the work done to the regional food and agriculture system transformation strategy FAST. In the region, in Barbados, the African Export-Import Bank $1.5 billion available to finance public and private sector projects in Grenada and the region. This was revealed by Prime Minister Mia Amour Motley at a news conference, her first since returning from France and China. Prime Minister Motley says the bank will formally open on August 4th and the money will provide technical assistance.
The other major benefit that we have worked out, there will be a pilot scheme to be able to facilitate our use of the Pan-African Payments and Settlement System, PAPS, which is a huge, huge benefit if it works. And let me explain why. Many of you may remember the CARICOM Multilateral Clearing Facility. And I say many of you and then maybe change my mind because I now remember how much gray hair I have. And how some of us in this room have balded. The truth is that that was in vogue in the early 90s. And you will recall that it came to a stop when one country could not settle its debts with Barbados, which were eventually settled about 7-8 years ago. So it took a long time for it to happen. These payment schemes invariably require some kind of underpinning, backstopping, and the African Exim Bank is prepared to provide that backstopping as they do in Africa at the moment, at this point in time.
On the international scene, Rwanda remains committed to UK asylum deal despite court ruling. Here are the details in this report.
British judges say that Rwanda is not a safe country for asylum seekers. The UK Court of Appeal considers the migrant deal signed a year ago between Rwanda and the UK to be illegal. It's also concluded that there is a real risk that those deported to Rwanda may be sent back to their countries of origin and persecuted. Rwanda authorities have slammed the verdict and say that they are still committed to the controversial partnership. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has already said that his government will appeal. Until then, the deal is on hold. He was supposed to put migrants off the dangerous but daily crossings from France to the UK by undermining the business model of human traffickers. However, not a single migrant has been sent to Rwanda yet, but the scheme has already cost UK taxpayers over 162 million euros. Despite assurances from both the British and Rwandan authorities regarding the monitoring of the well-being of asylum seekers, the Court of Appeal agreed with NGOs and the UN, who emphasized during the hearing that the safety of migrants in Rwanda could not be ensured. Kigali is regularly accused of human rights violation on its territory. Its government has always denied this.
And in sports, two-time champion Andy Murray will face fellow Briton Ryan Peniston in an eye-catching Wimbledon first-round match. Murray, 36, missed out on a seeding for the grass court Grand Slam event, leaving him open to facing a higher-ranked player in the first round. However, the former world #1 has drawn against wildcard Peniston, who is ranked 267th in the world. This ends the latest news update as produced by Triple N. I am your presenter Maxine Entwine, thanking you for joining us.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour. From the north, covering south, east, and west. This is Real FM.
If you're looking to improve or maintain your health, look no further. We have a general practitioner right here on Main Street Sates in the Quasi, Dr. Guerra, a gynecologist and surgeon who specializes in women's health. She offers lab tests, blood, pap smears, prostate cancer, and stool tests. We now have a portable EKG machine that gives you accurate readings by using just 2 fingers. And that's not all. If you're suffering from any respiratory conditions such as asthma, bronchitis, COPD, or seasonal allergies, we have a nebulizer machine that can safely treat these. Consultation for pregnant women from beginning to end. Surgeries, which includes hysterectomy, tying of tubes, vaginal shrinking, removal of uterine fibroids, vaginal warts, hernias, and C-sections. She also specializes in diagnostic and therapeutic DNC, abnormal bleeding. Eye testing is also available at the clinic by appointment only with Dr. Mabel Veritas Lugo. They are in collaboration with Alice Labs, located in St. George, opposite the Excel Plaza. Walk-ins are accepted. You can also call for an appointment at 423-3352 or our landline at 444-4272. That number's again 423-3352 or 444-4272. Put your health first.
TV just got smarter. Introducing Hub TV from Flow. Enter the new era of entertainment with a voice-activated remote. No need to remember your favorite channels. Just say it and see it. That is, if you could pick something. Because now you get live video on demand plus all your streaming services together in one wireless box. It's time to experience entertainment the smart way. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more info.
I remember when this beach was really wide, a place to picnic and play cricket.
And we used to go up to the end to get away from all the people. Now all the beach gone.
Coastal erosion. When the sea starts to come in and take the land away, everyone loses something.
Granny, look how the waves are washing right under that house.
Coastal erosion. It's a hazard. Hazards. Take control. Reduce your loss. What can you do to help stop coastal erosion? For one, don't drive four-wheel vehicles on seaside dunes. They loosen sand and destroy binding vegetation, causing erosion. Find out more about coastal erosion and other hazards at your local disaster office. A message from your National Disaster Office and Sedera.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
It is said the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
91.5 Real FM got you covered.
They tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes, yeah. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over. They unleash the lawyer, set up an inquiry, just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need to come close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating. So maybe I repeating. Go. They're like a natural disaster. Now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on their knees. I am begging away and I didn't want me.
You'll be back.
You could have a clip there for me with the Honorable Prime Minister speaking.
Rich, you want about the labor thing?
Yeah. Okay. So I want to, I need to play that clip because we'll go into the issue with the Republic Bank Grenada Limited and its strike. We want to just strike a balance here because there's a lot of things going on. Mm-hmm. And we need to unpack it. Because like we say, we just run mouth here.
I have it for you already.
Yeah, give me.
And our proposed amendments will include the following. 1, we will set a 30-day limit by which the Office of the Labor Commissioner must hold a mediation meeting between an employer and an employee whenever either side raises a dispute or a grievance or a conflict between a trade union or an employer and an employee. 2, we will eliminate sending any disputes to the Minister of Labor. The Minister of Labor is a politician. The Minister of Labor oftentimes holds other portfolios and is frankly too busy or too uninterested to adequately and effectively and in a timely manner address grievances or complaints by employees. And our proposed amendments will include the following. 1,
Yes, Igwe. So we hear the Prime Minister speak here, our disputes, and he says they would not send issues to the Labour Minister because A is a politician, have other portfolios, not interested. Now the question begs here, whether it is incompetence on behalf of the present Labour Minister or just don't care, not interested. Now, there's information to suggest that there was a mediation proceedings chaired by the Minister of Labour on the 28th of February 2023 and March 13th, 2023 over breakdown negotiations between the Republic Bank, Grenada Limited, and the Bank and General Workers Union. Now, in the communique, it was concluded on the 13th of March that the Honorable Minister of Labour, in response to a request from the bank negotiating team, gave the undertaking to provide parties with the written reason for her recommending salary increases over the 4-year period, January 1st, 2020 to December 21st, 2023. So she gave the undertaking, and that is the 13th of March. We have April, May, June, or 3 months ago. To date, the recommendation or the written, what she promised to do, Igwe, the thing. Because she gave the undertaking to both parties that she go write the thing. But up to now, she don't write nothing, so she could stop the thing. She could cause that strike in the bank day not to happen, but she busy in vigil and bingo and being in shop pointing finger in air like gone woman. Yeah, like gone man and she thing. Yeah. So, Mr. Minister of Labour, are you don't care? Are you uninterested? Or you're too busy? Because the Prime Minister outlined that. Now, as you may recall, the bank negotiating team requested that the Honourable Minister's written recommendation include for the bank consideration the economic, financial, and other relevant data that was relied upon by the minister to formulate the said recommendations. To date, we are yet to receive the minister's written reasons for her recommendation in salary increases of 12.25%, 2.5, 3.5, 4%, and 2.5% from 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. In the absence of the minister's written recommendation, the bank take the opportunity to formally confirm that the bank, without prejudice to the salary proposal resolution negotiation. So, the Minister of Labour, because every time a Labour issue happens in this country, the Minister of Labour is found one thing. Igwe. In the Carrico thing, she say, before the matter even reach anyway, she say she's satisfied. Now look at you have the whole bank and we're losing money, because when the bank handling strike, it interrupts the financial happenings of the country. So, Minister of Labour, you could stop the thing, but you rather go in bingo and vigil and village shop and play in the beast with the long hairs. You understand it? And that is high incompetence. Every time a matter reaches the Minister of Labour, she fails miserably. But they still have her as the Minister of Labour. So the Prime Minister forget the recommendations he make, because you see, like Andy say, take notes, write them down. So you write it down, Prime Minister. But then again, you just hardly be here. You flying like you're an air hostess, like that you work. Even when them plane and count in England, who call the crew are coming down, just stay down here until the next one comes. He doesn't go back up with one time.
Switch around and take a next.
Yeah, but the Prime Minister always on the move. I don't know what he running from, Igwe. That is the question. He begs the question. What is the Honorable Prime Minister running from? Because in his speech, he never mentioned the issues affecting the Ghanaian public. So is he running away from the issues? I don't know, but Mr. Prime Minister, you need to remove the Minister of Labour. She don't make any sense. She causing the country to lose revenue. She causing instability by her actions. Let's take the call.
Good morning.
Morning call.
Good morning.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you this morning and all the staff?
Yeah, we there, man.
Okay, yes, something I have to say this morning.
Say.
This government, I don't know really if they have God. I don't think none of them have God in them. In my area here, it have a young lady. They promote and say they're sending all children in secondary school, whether they make the marks, whether they don't make the mark. That young lady have 4 children. She's a single parent. She don't have no support, I have to say, from what? She was doing that work on the road, the bushing, how they call it, the contract. She, early this year, she had us to go. She wasn't well, right? After she come over the first little health thing, she contact with dengue fever. So she went back to get other sick leave. You know, she met with person she was working with, say that she's taking too much time off. So she met, so they decided she not thinking. She met the representative for here, that is Mr. Andrew, the caretaker. She talked to him when the person tried to send her home. She talked to him, she tell him, well, look, what is the case and the thing. The day before, I understand, I was not there, but that is what I understand. He told her, all right, I'm going to think it over and say, you know, the next day, as I just say, everybody need her. All of us need her. But he have somewhat more in need than some. Mm-hmm. She has a child in high school. The other one, I don't know if she make the marks or not, they're sending her in high school again. And that young lady, they just take away the little job from her.
Victimization?
I don't know. They just take away because they know directly she vote for NNP. And I could tell you, it's in my little village. I could tell you in Monfan, Hope Monfan. Mm-hmm. And that young lady is home now with tears in her eyes. How she going to make it? How she's going to make it? These people and them, I don't know. As I say, I think the devil have a softer feelings for Grenada now than these people and them what's in position. Because I don't know what kind of heart they say they have. It's full
Ice
of,
box, yeah.
the hat was full of jaundice already. It was so yellow, full of jaundice. And now, I don't know what other disease that take that hat. Oh, God. But to them. But they don't do for long. God is good. God is on the throne. He never forsaketh his own. But what happened? Israel had a king. And they rebel. And they asked for a king. And God gave them a king of their own heart. And you see where it went on. And that is what's going on in Grenada about God. God don't forget his people. His arms is always stretched forth and to embrace his people when they get and realize the mistake. And his only promises, all who permanent, everybody permanent home. All who he promised to make permanent, he permanent, but to the permanent home. But God is in control. If they think they could do what they want as long as they like, God is in control. He's the one who's doing everything. So you all have a blessed day. God bless all you.
All right.
Minister of Labor, with the stroke of a pen, you could fix the strike in the bank. The Republic Bank Grenada Limited. Just with the stroke of a pen. You could stop the thing, but you rather go in bingo and vigil. You understand, Igwe?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take the call.
Good morning.
Master Carl, good morning again. I come back in.
Yes, sir.
Because I know me crazy with this finishing, you know?
Yeah.
So I want to like a top up. Well, I hear this lady, they cry. There's a lot of people I know that I was telling them must call and say what's going on to them. Like Mr. Bihari from Chantimel. He should know that Ron and them will want him in that office. And other people, there is another lady that used to work in the Ministry of Sport, death threat. They put things on that she don't go and terrorize that lady. And a lot of Grenadians know what it's doing to people. And they say not and they still supporting them with the wrong things they're doing. And they claim to be born again Christian. You understand? So I don't understand. Some of these poor people are fixing the road. They fix the whole road when Deacon Mitchell living in Manouche. And 2 months they don't get a pay.
Yeah, full
2 months.
fortnight.
And,
Yeah, 2 months, full fortnight.
2 months they don't get a pay. And they ain't no fake news like the man that's calling all you and talking. That man there and all other media houses beat it up and get Mitchell, beat it up on all you. And all you don't entertain him, you know, with the crap is coming and say, why you don't tell y'all that there is a certain pastor in Grenada that all the men that coming from Europe that come in the hotels and getting married here, make that is thing you know. Why you don't tell all you that? You come talking about all you must cut him up because he does run him up y'all and other media houses. That's same married with the cool. That's why you're asking who's paying him to say that. He just say a lot of wrong things. And that man does get on a disease, get a Grenadian. And he's in trouble like me. He catching the hell right there. He catching the hell. I want to meet him face to face on that radio. And they do a lot of wrong things. Look at the Prime Minister. You see how he run out? He just stay in Grenada to face what we're going through. He just speak about what's going through in Grenada, Caracas, Pitimati. He run in anytime problem thing. He run out. He just stay here. He not coming on the radio, on the television, and tell the Grenadian people, tell the people that the children they kill as sympathy. What kind of Prime Minister? This is not honorable man. They is not honorable. And I have no respect for these people. Anytime I meet them face to face, I give them red fire, burning them. And they can't do me nothing. Because I work for me dollar. Before they come in power, I've been eating and drinking and paying me bills. You understand? And that is not right. You have people that calling from America and telling people in Grenada, don't get up and walk. You don't walk. I white people begging for them to get back the 150. You don't walk in Grenada. Right from Grenada right now is bush. And Michelle, time. People get it 2 fortnights, the 3 fortnights before Carnival and to buy the train school book. Or you sit down in America, or do they under Section 8. Are you going to your rent pay? And are you going in every pantry and get food while you stay up there running out your mouth. Come and live in Grenada. Leave America, come here. Yeah. Then are you there running out your mouth and live in Grenada? We see in trouble. Every day I put in up my things, Master Carl. Every day. And nobody will buy nothing. And that is very frustrated. You have your rent to pay. You have your water bill to pay. Eh? I don't used to begging. You have people that begging. I don't know that. I have things that to sell and I can't make money. And that and it is a problem. But we still have to blame ourselves. I have to blame a lot of us for putting them in office. And they're too greedy. Greedy is why we end up in that position. And they want when you take it and you fall on there. It's a wicked set of people. Have a good day and a blessed weekend.
All right, take care, Carl. Yeah, we saw the lady could, with the stroke of a pen, fix the thing. Let me take it.
Morning.
Good morning, how are you?
As it relates to that caller before this last caller day, I am wondering if they were deducting or not deducting NIS from that employee, so they could not offer her NIS benefits, send her to NIS to get her NIS benefit. Just wondering.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, that thing there, you know, because remember, and you see, these things are them happening in this country equally. But when you speak of them, people vex. Well, and they say the whole thing, ask the question, hold them to it.
Write it down on people.
Yes. Yeah, call. Morning, caller.
Coming no sales because nobody likes her.
Not time for that.
What?
That them stupid one. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Gwen Massacre.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I just want to, I'm saying that there are two political parties in Grenada. And I'm going to talk about the philosophy. The NDC philosophy, you know, is about a certain sector on the upper class that they believe in. Over the years, traditionally, we have seen the programs and the policies and who benefit from that, from their policy. And you have the New National Party, yes, philosophy for all the strata in the population. The well-off, those who are able to meet their living commitments, those who are under the breadline, and those who need a hand up, the elderly and the youth. As I have listened to the program this morning and I hear the cries of the people. And the New National Party's philosophy, as we know, historically always give a hand up and help. And that is why many of the NDC are attacking many of the NMP and cussing them. They miss the handouts. But when you're building a nation and a country, yes, and you want it to be peace and stability, and you want everybody, whether green, yellow, everybody to live and enjoy the benefits of the country, you should not do as what this government is doing. And many times they say, take a page from the NNP. Call the former Prime Minister and ask him for advice. But they don't do it. Even in Parliament, he offered, and they feel they know it all. And look at what the country is enjoying at this time. And where you go, you hear, especially the poor people of this country, crying and bawling. I want to take an example. The GULP party was always on the philosophy like the NNP party. I'm going to make one example. The Grenada Comprehensive Secondary School, that is the Montrose Secondary School. That was built, growing up, lobby for it, education and so forth, because we know how tedious it was. The youth, Merits Youth Club at Mount Rose. You know, I was part of it, Charlene, many of the others. And so Eric heed to the call and build that secondary school. And it was only the new National Party that came back and put this wing and have this thing. I think it was 2022 that was completed. And I'm glad to know that, you know, they had the opening ceremony. But I know the GLP and the NNP have to get a lot of credit. And you don't hear the credit. But I know it is registered in the hearts and minds of the people. So I also want to see, in 2014, when the NNP came in office 2013, and we look at the 70% of the dollar that the government had owned, or the government of 2008-12, 70% was recurrent expenditure with the loan, and the records are there. Yes? And the Right Honorable Dr. Mitchell, former Prime Minister, with Mr. Gregory Bowen, Oliver Joseph, and the team, sat down and came up with a homegrown program. And no one was retrenched, because Dr. Mitchell said one worker going home is too much. And they rallied and built the country and create opportunities out there. Now you're hearing how much people going, and even your NNP was yet, you're gone. And the list goes on. So I want to say that the people in this country must really analyze the situation. And when the people who are not in the interest of the poor and the working people, the anti, we should not give them the vote, you know, because look at how many people are crying. So it's a testing. So I want people to examine the situation, go back to the drawing board, and realize what went wrong, and ensure that the new National Party get back into office to bring the benefits again for the people. Thank you. Have a good day.
Bless God. Igwe, where there is no shame, where shame is absent, anything could happen. Rampant corruption in this case in Grenada. So yes, Minister of Labour, Senator the Honorable Claudette Joseph, let your pen bleed. Let the stroke of a pen fix the strike. Because they're waiting on you. Who they waiting on? Senator Claudette Joseph. Bring some stability to the country, Senator. Let's take the call.
Morning.
Morning, gentlemen. Once again.
Bless you.
Carl, after a while, after you came back from the news and so on, I heard you started talking about the Republic Bank issue. Just then, I had to tune off. I come back now to talk about it. Maybe because I started hearing what he was getting at the Labour Minister and the Prime Minister said, and so on. But there's a different spin to that whole issue. Well, because of the protest that is going on now, the workers are complaining that for years, over 4 years thereabout, they say, they have not gotten an increase. And I'll tell you more about this bank. Honestly, let me even preempt that by saying, I don't mind if the workers shut down this bank right now. The management of this bank has been taking advantage of the workers. Not only the workers. Know that, understand that, this bank has shareholders in Grenada. It is an international bank at the same time. A few years ago, before the COVID, in a shareholders meeting, the directors of the bank tried to convince the shareholders in Grenada that the shares are so minuscule, it is corrosive to the bank. It is not helping the bank. It is a burden to the bank. That is when they're not giving, at the same time, they're not giving shareholders dividends. So here we have a problem. or let me go further and tell you, a few months after that, they went in Africa and buy banks to the tune of over $9 billion. And when we talk about $9 billion, we're talking about international money, which is the U.S. currency. They didn't buy it in EC. Over $9 billion, while they're telling the shareholders that they couldn't give them dividend. So here you have the problem. The workers are not getting increase. The bank has been increasing their shares throughout the world. They have been making profit of over $24 million as the head of the union said. I heard it on the news that week. Over $24 million for the past 2 years. Profit, after tax and everything, Solid profit. And they cannot give the workers an increase. The shareholders cannot get a dividend up for years now. The shareholders have not been getting dividends, At almost for over 4 years, I mean, this bank shut it down. If I was to join the workers, tomorrow I expect going down. But if I go going down today and see them protesting, I'm going to join them. And or advise them to continue and maybe shut down the bank if necessary. This bank is an anomaly in this country. Shareholders are complaining, the workers are complaining. It's pack of nonsense that is going on. Take care.
But Carla, the issue here is that the Minister of Labour gave an undertaking to write, and she have not done so. So we could have our opinion, and what she has to write would be something to address the issue of salary increase. At the conclusion of the proceedings on the 13th of March 2023, the Honourable Minister, in response to a request from the bank negotiating team, gave the undertaking to provide parties with the written reasons for her recommendation or recommended salary increases over a 4-year period. So she has to do that. And what's stopping the minister from writing when we see her in places? So that means she can't say she's busy. When she was in the vigil and the bingo, and she could have write. So she could have stopped the thing. But she aiding and abet in this thing happening. So if she was part of the mediation, but then the Prime Minister spoke, and he said, watch, because he said they would not send, and that is double standard, Igwe. Because the Prime Minister said they won't send thing to the Minister of Labour because either she uninterested, she's a politician, she don't have time, or she's okay. Play the clip again. Because I want people to understand where I'm going with this thing, and not my opinion I'm giving here. I want people to understand it.
Amendments will include the following. 1, we will set a 30-day limit by which the Office of the Labour Commissioner must hold a mediation meeting between an employer and an employee whenever either side raises a dispute or a grievance or a conflict between a trade union or an employer and an employee. 2, we will eliminate sending any disputes to the Minister of Labour. The Minister of Labour is a politician. The Minister of Labour oftentimes holds other portfolios and is frankly too busy or too uninterested to adequately and effectively and in a timely manner address grievances or complaints by employees. And our proposed amendments will include.
Let's agree.
So the question is, why is the minister not writing? Or why is she not doing what she promised so to do? So we could have our own issues about what's going on in the bank, but one of the things the caller mentioned about salary increases is the crux of the matter that the minister not writing. Yeah, let's take the call.
Call on the WhatsApp.
Morning, gentlemen. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Hey. You on work?
Asakal. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, cause still. Two words this guy used, this Prime Minister used. Uninterested and too busy. So you telling me the politician is uninterested in the nation business? and they're too busy for that.
Does that what going on?
Secondly, my boy, this particular Labour minister, the Attorney General, all these positions given to one person is also a conflict of interest, and this lady was elected. She wasn't elected. So the mere fact that he gave this lady all these positions as somebody else elected because she's a senator. This is what? Masakal, listen, have a good morning, man.
So if anybody holding the people at them hostage is the Minister of Labour, if any hostage taking or holding up the process is the Minister of Labour by not writing,
she busy.
By the stroke of a pen, maybe she too busy or she uninterested.
Yeah, she uninterested.
So if she think she could have said that from the beginning, I can't handle that. So the Minister of Labour, Igwe, must go now, please. Because you can't have a situation like that from 2020 to now. Fix it, let's take the call.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Masakal.
Hey.
I want to play over that clip with the PM there. And there's a word I want you to look at for me.
Tell me.
He said that the Minister of Labour would be too uninterested. Look at that word. Look at that word carefully. That's why I'm telling my fellow supporters, NMP supporters, take time out, listen and try to analyze what is being said. He said she will be too uninterested. What does that tell you? You, the Prime Minister, saying that the Labour Minister would be too uninterested? Too uninterested in what? In the bread and butter of people? Straight over again, Massacre. Thank you.
All right.
So, Igwe, you get the command?
Yeah, I get the command, man.
Our proposed amendments will include the following. 1, we will set a 30-day limit by which the Office of the Labour Commissioner must hold a mediation meeting between an employer and an employee whenever either side raises a dispute or a grievance or a conflict between a trade union or an employer and an employee. 2, we will eliminate sending any disputes to the Minister of Labour. The Minister of Labour is a politician. The Minister of Labour oftentimes holds other portfolios and is frankly too busy or too uninterested to adequately and effectively and in a timely manner address grievances or complaints by employees. And our proposed amendments will include the following.
Yes, Igwe.
So simply put, because all of the things they're saying, what, they don't speak the truth. But they just try to come and contradict it, otherwise, he says she will be too uninterested, she had other work. Too much portfolio maybe. So give it to somebody else. Okay, if by her inaction or incompetence to write what was recommended, simply, she afraid to write? Or the pen has shook, so you can shook out the pen. And these are the issues, according to Andy Williams, which we have to hold them to. Hold it against them. Because they made those pronouncements during the campaign to cause the people to support them. You understand? Mm-hmm. And now you're in government, you want to do things different and don't expect nobody to say anything. But Andy advised us to speak out. Yeah, that was Andy's thing, speak out. Express them, expose them. That was Andy's recommendation. Don't be no yes man. Write them down. Say what you don't like. So when they vex and they're trying to defend what cannot be defended, it's a sad state of affairs, Igwe. So, Sister Claudette, you could stop the thing, but you only did green in. Fix it. Go get together and write the letter, because in the Carriacou thing, the week you say you don't know about it in high information, and Sunday you say you do an investigation, so you had the ability to do things in a matter of days. They are your words. So fix the thing with the bank so you could have more stability in this country. You don't want every time people have to walk and outside, and people who have to go in the bank have to, because of delays, cannot get through. Fix it, Minister. Fix it. Plain and simple. You the government of the day. So if you're a politician and you don't have things, fix it. Yes, let's take it. Morning.
Master Carl, why don't you just go give her a hand then, since you know so much about it? Just go give her a hand. That's all you gotta do.
No, she don't want my help, because I'll fight right through.
Oh yeah.
I'll offer my help. I tell them I'm willing to help because I'm dedicated.
All right, brother.
But they fretting me.
All right. I like that color.
Yeah.
Give them a hand, but you're fine, right?
You're fine, because we don't offer them a lot of things. Because hear what we tell them.
You're giving them advice, you're giving them everything.
Yes.
It's true.
You see, the thing about it now, when we come here, we speak on issues of nation building. We don't just come here and burn down thing. We also, we inform them what they're doing, we play the clips, and then we offer words of advice. At the same time, we realizing they don't must take the advice, which it doesn't do in most cases, but an advice wouldn't break any bone. And that is the crux of the matter. So, in that situation, the Minister of Labour, Senator the Honorable Claudette Joseph, do what you promised to do. Because all you big on them, what promise made, promise delivered. Deliver on that promise, Minister of Labour. The one where you tell them on the 13th of March, you will provide them with written reasons for your recommended salary increases over a 4-year period from January 1st, 2020 to December 31st, 2023. You gave the undertaking. Be a woman. Because be a champion to your word. Because nobody didn't tell you to do that. You admit and suggest that you're going to do it. So get it done. So the Minister of Labour, you stick in. Fix it. What happened to the penning? The penning dry? This is, you don't have to use pen. You could scribe on you. I'll show you how your laptop and the tablet and all that. Scribe on them. We don't must get penning it. And we must speak that because Andy tell us to hold you against it. Andy tell us to say what we do like. Andy speak out fear of victimizing. Andy say expose them. That is why we play in the clip. And that is why we're showing how incompetent the Minister of Labour is Igwe. And that has to fix. Because with the stroke of a pen or with the keys on the tablet,
yeah, enter and delete.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Them keys and
clickbait.
Yeah, clickbait.
Yeah, man.
I like that one, the clickbait.
I wrong right now. This is why I'm making the line. And this is why I'm making the line. If you speak, you get victimized. And this is wrong. Because we should be able to speak. I can tell you I'm not a yes man. Right? We should be able to speak. Right? We should be able to speak. If end the season poor right now. We should be able to say exactly what we don't like on in government. And NMP, vice versa, same thing. Right? There's a fear going on right now. That if you talk, you're gonna get victimized.
That's face.
And that has to stop. Whoever is doing it, we have to expose them. I tell you, if anybody come for me,
Igwe, the man say, expose them. Play that clip again, Igwe. Not play nickel plenty time for people to get it.
Yeah. I'm wrong right now. And this is why I'm making the lie. That if you speak, you get victimized. And this is wrong. Because we should be able to speak. I can tell you, I'm not a yes man. Right? We should be able to speak. If any season right now, we should be able to say exactly what we don't like that is going on in government. If and vice versa, same thing. Right? There's a fear going on right now that if you talk, you're gonna get victimized. And that has to stop. You have to stop that. Whoever is doing it, you have to expose them. And I tell you, if anybody come for me, you come for me.
And they say to stop the victimization. It's Andy Williams say that. So Andy advised the Honorable Prime Minister, the project manager of Hate and Orders, to stop the victimization. That's your recommendation, Andy. But Andy, like you turn a yes man now.
Falling off the grid, man.
Like you reach in position so you rearrange. It's amazing how people change. Andy now being part of the victimization. That's so sad, eh?
Oh man, these guys are something else, bro. Almost time for us to take a break, you know. You say something before you go on the break?
No, well.
You good?
Yeah, we good.
Let the people and them jam, man.
You let it call if we get.
No, we're good with the calls for now.
You asking me what is wrong with Trinidad? You can't understand why things go on so bad. You find we so rich in human resources, and yet the country going to pieces. Well, let me tell you, my friend, where we went wrong. After Eric Williams' old car breakdown, we called in an AR, we ordered an X-car and installed a new driver. With 33 passengers from the party, we gave him a maxi taxi, fitted with mag wheels, tape deck, computer, air conditioned 8-cylinder. With posh new fittings, this maxi car arrived. Then it started to swerve and nosedive. It took a year for passengers to realize. They say the new driver cannot drive. Well, of the 33 chosen passengers, Ramnat, Pandey, Humphrey and Sudama, they wouldn't let the poor driver drive in peace. They distracting him and wouldn't cease. While he driving, they hitting him some big cloud. So he stopped the maxi and put them out. And to discuss their fate, they went to drink us straight by a club called 88. The driver called his sweet mouth friend Flash Gordon to give him some driving lessons. Flash appointed himself as the conductor, pushing around them passengers. Meanwhile, the car running about helter-skelter. Pedestrians started to scatter. Ellis Clark had to jump and run to stay alive. He says the new driver can questioning me so much about the driver. You want proof to show he can't maneuver. Well boy, the first month he get this driving job. You know the man bounced down for you, Rick Bob. He's swerving so much, John Humphrey get frightened. John asked him where he buy his license. And while the car's swerving, John Humphrey trying to hold on to the steer.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest news update produced by Triple N. Details when we get back.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Welcome back. Locally, the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs is reminding the public that we are in the influenza flu season and vaccines are available at all health centers and medical stations throughout the state. In the region, drug shortage getting worse in Jamaica and the Caribbean. We get more in this report.
More and more people are becoming drug resistant. Infectious disease consultant at the University Hospital of the West Indies, Dr. Kathy Page Robinson says, as a result, medical experts have had to pull for a higher dosage of medication like antibiotics to treat sick people in hospitals.
When you think about it, we have had very few new antibiotics developed in the last 20 to 50 years, a handful of them. We're recombining antibiotics and other compounds to make new antibiotics. They're not new, they just have little helpers attached to them. And when you look at the germs, the proportion of drug-resistant organism infections is increasing significantly.
But there's a problem. Dr. Paige Robinson says a lot of these drugs are difficult to source. She pointed to resource limitations being experienced in Jamaica and the wider Caribbean.
There are some things that just don't come into the region from the manufacturers because the Caribbean region as a whole is a very small population compared to somewhere like the United States. So our use of these agents is very small. So we don't count as a big market. They don't make a lot of money off of us. So they're not likely to send it to us if they have limited supplies. They're going to send it where they're going to get the big bucks. And that's also hurting us because then we have to buy it from second or third hand sources. And each time you change hands, you increase the price.
Around the globe, French President Emmanuel Macron called a new government emergency meeting on Friday after a third night of violent clashes between protesters and police in cities sparked by the deadly police shooting of a 17-year-old on Tuesday that shocked the nation. Here are the details.
Another night of fireworks and burning cars in Nanterre as the anger at a police shooting continues 2 days after the death of the 17-year-old Nael. Thursday saw the most intense night of violence yet. With more than 400 arrests, the riot police deployed to maintain order were escorted by armoured vehicles from the Search and Intervention Brigade, usually reserved for major crisis situations such as terrorist attacks or hostage takings. But it was no deterrent for the dozens of youths who once again took to the streets of Nanterre. Riots also broke out in other towns and suburbs in the Paris region, including in the centre of the capital, where several shops were looted. Scenes of violence that were repeated elsewhere in France, in Marseille, Nantes and Lille, despite 40,000 police being mobilised across the country, according to the Interior Ministry.
And in sports, Lewis Hamilton says Formula One should consider further restrictions on car development to stop teams building long periods of domination. He said teams with superior cars can start work on their next design earlier than rivals as they need to spend less resources on the current season. This ends the latest bit of news. Thank you for listening.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour. 91.5 Real FM got you covered.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent. Perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines. Yet suitable for your hand wash. Soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents: soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
All are invited to the St. Patrick's Anglican Church Annual Harvesting Gathering, Tea and Sales on Sunday, 2nd July 2023 at St. Patrick's Anglican School. Tea and Sales from 3 p.m. Music by DJ Whiteboy. On sale will be cakes, pastries, candies, ice cream, fries, barbecue, dips, drinks, and much more. Having problems with your refrigerator, auto air conditioner, stove, or washing machine? If you haven't heard yet about Sugar's Repair Services, then you are missing out. Sugar's Repair Services, located at Lower Marley in St. Patrick, close to the Vendors Market, specializes in arc welding, gas welding, MIG welding, TIG welding, and plastic welding. He is one of the best auto mechanic around. He replaces vehicle parts, pressing of bearing, bushings, and more. Check him out for general machining of engine heads, rotors, and drums. You can also get your engine and underwash done at this one-stop spot. Contact Sugars today at 442-2517 or 418-1845. That number's again 442-2517 or 418-1845.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Prepare for hurricane. Make sure you have your radio and your batteries too. Waterproof flashlight candles will do thin stuff. Garbage bag, first aid kit. Come on people, make sure you have it. Clean water in a container and a hurricane plan. Hear me no man.
Hurricane damage is beyond your control. Surviving the aftermath is up to you. Have a hurricane plan. It can save your life and your family too.
Prepare for hurricane. Your hair, prepare for hurricane.
TV just got smarter. Introducing Hub TV from Flow. Enter the new era of entertainment with a voice-activated remote. No need to remember your favorite channels. Just say it and see it. That is, if you could pick something. Because now you get live video on demand plus all your streaming services together in one wireless box. It's time to experience entertainment the smart way. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more info.
From the north, covering south, east, and west. This is Real FM.
Run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
Tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes again. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over, they unleash their lawyer. Set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley, but they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need come close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating. So me plea are repeating. Go. They're like a natural disaster. Now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on their knees. And I begging. Into rivers, then into seas. Is why I sing it. Now this is my humble petition. Another date for election. Go now, please. Accidental, detrimental, could be lethal. Are you willing to take that chance? Much too seedy, they too greedy. Eyes too.
Welcome back, Igwe.
Igwe, where shame is absent, anything could happen. Rampant corruption. Our question for the Honorable Prime Minister is simply this. The officers in the St. David's police station in your constituency, one of the officers tell me to ask you when I am making a visit to the police station. Now, it is important that you visit the troops, one being the Prime Minister and two being the Minister of National Security, and thirdly, the crime situation in the country. Now, we've seen in recent times, Igwe, in the St. Patrick's area, murders, boom boom, robbery, breaking, burglary, stabbing, gun. And what was instructive to note, that the acting COP, the Deputy Commissioner of Police and IACP, the roots are St. Patrick's. But we're not hearing much from them or seeing them, especially in the Rosehill and Riverside area, trying to bring a semblance of conflict resolution to what is going on. You rather drive go downtown and sit in town long. Since before Cowtown was $1 a pound them in town. But I say that to tell the Prime Minister, our economy is tied to tourism. So crime is a direct threat to the economy. Now, if you don't know, the amount of murders we have here in Grenada for the year so far, when that happens in countries based on population, the State Department usually sends out an advisory to its people that that country is unsafe. So the RGPF leadership Mr. Prime Minister, seems to be clueless as to how to scientifically address crime and the implication for the whole population and the economy. All the retirees you brought back, all they offer so far in the fight for crime, give police an extra day in police station. Because they used to work 3 days and go off for 2 now. They have to work 4 days. And you, Mr. Prime Minister, told police officers you will cause them to have more time with the family. So that don't work, you know. But my point this morning, Mr. Prime Minister, because I'm not only bashing or giving advice, please note, point to note, the economy is tied to tourism. All the old talk about agriculture and you don't do nothing yet. So it's still tourism. And CBI is still our tourism because if the investors don't feel safe here, they won't come. So that is important with the upsurge in crime and the effect on the economy. The RGPF leadership and you, Minister of National Security, and the advisor seems clueless as to how to scientifically address crime. And this has implications on the whole population. One, we living in fear of victimization by the government already. And then the fear of crime. So double whammy, you know. Two striking. You're afraid victimization and then you're afraid crime. And the RGPF seems to be clueless as to what is taking place. How are we, or how we intend to deal with the crime situation is a big question. How is the police force and the Prime Minister reassuring the public? Because the public in fear. The fear of crime. So how the Minister of National Security, the advisor to the Minister of National Security Advisor, the RGPF, the Commissioner, the Deputy, the ACP's ETAL, how or what they are doing, if anything, to reassure the Grenadian public that they are on top of things or they have a plan to deal with the crime. Because all we see the Prime Minister doing, putting up billboards of himself in true blue to gain popularity. It's like he campaigning for the next election already. But, sir, the crime situation is one of concern. If they don't tell you, because maybe they don't have time to get you, because it does be out so often. And we don't know. But you had time to go and say job and scarecrow and where job is and where job not. But at least you could have spared a thought for the crime situation in the country and how the RGPF intend to deal with the crime situation right on the doorstep of Carnival, Igwe. But we don't get enough forward from the Prime Minister. Because he yet to give any assurance or reassure the Grenadian public as it relates to the medication issue, you know, he and Lacko, you know. Because St. Lacko, the people see about some container you uninterested in only put because somebody's private person saying it. I don't know that what they say. Because you spoke of one and so on, so they say they include you. They say the naked truth, Igwe. So, listen this, Igwe. The issue of stability, the government the Prime Minister, the Minister of National Security, and the RGPF not reassuring the public on the issue of the crime situation. We know the crime situation has a direct correlation with tourism, which could affect the economy. Then that is one of the issues pervading us. Now the next one about medication. Only a few lies has been offered. One say we have to see if we worthy of paying. One say we're trying to pay. The next one saying we pay. The Prime Minister saying a different thing. So everybody sitting in the same cabinet. So I don't know who does recuse themselves when the discussion going on, because we hear about certain discussion, might just take out themselves. So Mr. Prime Minister, you know, be there when the situation of crime is being discussed, or you just recuse yourself. In terms of health and the medication, Mr. Prime Minister, you just take out yourself when this discussion, you does not be here, so the cabinet does go and he doesn't be here, and like nobody don't telling him.
No,
but
you're allowing it to happen so.
Because the public, Mr. Prime Minister, need to be reassured, one, on the crime situation, and two, medicine. And the people are on the unemployment situation again, Mr. Prime Minister. So you have a few things you need to
clear the air.
You need to clear the air on. And it seems like you're uninterested or you don't care. Just like I say, the minister. Because the people still want to know, Mr. Prime Minister, the people want to lose the 150, they need some assurance that you will bring it back, you will give them back. They want to hear. The people want to lose their work. They want to know if they should go in crime, or if you go bring some program to give them back, and while see what it, I believe you go do something in the debushing for the carnival and August, because people need to get a little money to send back the children to school. So I don't beating up on that on it. I have all confidence you go do something. I'm giving you that one. But the thousands of people are walking. What kind of assurance you giving these people, Mr. PM? And these are the questions, because Andy say, hold you guys, hold it against all you. Write it down. Don't afraid of victimization. And if you have victimization, stop it. Don't be a yes man. Say what we don't like. We still come back and asking again, what is the position with the crime situation? What is the strategy? What reassurance you giving the population that no need to be scared, help is here? Because this thing is just more than us here. You know? Because the international community decide to be fearful and want the citizens not to come here, the tourism product would be at stake. And that could affect the economy further. Mr. Prime Minister, what is the strategic direction of the RGPF as it relates to crime, as it relates to a succession plan? Because a lot of persons who should be or who could be in the succession plan, something do right, Tafa appear like you don't want him. You don't want Christopher Columbus in Italy. You don't want him in Rome. You don't come from people like Bascom, people like Gill, people like Sheldon Thomas. But you have people within the RGPF who is not retired. And they have some time to go. What could be utilized? My good friend Vanny Cohen is one. Simon Douglas, Bascom, Garson Gill, Christopher Francis, Stafford Pierre, Glenn Charles, Miss Stanislaus, Ryan Hall, Alien Purcell, Sheldon Thomas, Quintel Charles. There are a lot of people you could groom here because they have years on the side. So I don't see the need for bringing back retirees what have no claim to fame in fighting crime. Let's take the call.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, caller.
Master Carl.
Hey.
I just want to touch on something as
don't want to do it.
Okay, I am touching. Sorry for that. I am touching on something as it relates to the medical supplies that came in.
Yeah.
I believe there are things in it that have to be consumed, and there are other things that have to be used physically. You know, like the pampers, the gauze, or the wheelchair, whatever it is. We're hearing that the things in the container expire.
Pampers expire and gauze?
Well, we don't know if pampers does expire. But what I want to say, the persons that going around with this thing about expire thing, think again. We know that there are products that have a certain shelf life.
Best before.
It varies. So something you might see it marked use on or before that date. Expire on that date. But based on the little information that I get, I know, even though it says expire on that date, it could be used even, let's say, 1 month, 6 weeks after. But the persons who are going around and propelling that thing about the things in the container expire, I wonder if these persons know that a businessman, an NDC businessman, had workers using rubbing alcohol to remove expired date on certain products to have it safe. I wonder if you know that.
You wouldn't see that.
I wonder if these people and them know that.
Yeah, but you don't even go in the container to see the goods expire.
Exactly.
They don't know that. They're just
don't know.
talking.
But I wonder if they know that a certain businessman, you're removing, as I said, the goods have a shelf life. So why you have to remove the expiry date?
And sell
so
it
you
for
are
people.
endangering the lives of your customers.
The innocent one.
Exactly.
Bound to bring a revolution.
You understand? So Master Carl, you see, they always feel that NMP people stupid. You understand? You are removing. If it expire, it expire. Let people buy it at their own risk. But you're removing the expiry date to sell it. You are endangering the lives of people because nobody knows if it expire 3, 5, 6 years ago. But they're quite confident that what is in the container expires. These people and them, I keep telling my people every day, be careful to what you hear. Be careful to what you listen. And if you don't know, there are people out there who can help you and who can assist you. Don't let them bite, eat, chew, and swallow for you. Don't let them do that. They can do it for themselves. Don't let them do that. That's what I have to say as it relates to the goods in the container and what expire and who using more expired goods than what come in the container. Thank you.
So we still asking Igwe, when would the faith organization workers get the money and the CJ workers? We still asking, what, Mr. Prime Minister, is your interest in CBI business? We still asking, how much money did your firm make over the last year in CBI business, Mitchell and Partners Inc.? Because it is believed that you're a beneficial owner. We still asking what's going on with the health and the hospital. Tell us what you and Mr. Lacrette, Senator Lacrette, would do about the short staff and the medication. And yes, the contract, because the contract, 2 days it out yet. So somebody now see the contract up 2 days away. Because you tell them about permanent.
4 and 7.
You and Mr. Cornwall. See, as soon as the NDC coming government contract would be a thing of the past. So why tell the nurses and them now if they're interested to reapply for contract? And you know they short staff already. We still asking Mr. Andy Williams. We still asking how he go pay back that money to GDB based on his present salary. Or if there's something we don't know. Because you say small salary, cheap, having access to the nation's resources, equal corruption. You say that because we had the clipping. So we want to know how Mr. Andy Williams servicing that loan. School children ask, when would you stop the jab mentality in having jab in parliament, jab in cabinet, and scarecrow in opposition? That your words, you tying it on you. You can't wriggle out of that one, no? Like in quicksand. Because you say that the ministers could get corrupt with the small salary. So you want to know the $2,000 you gave the ministers, if it was, because we want to know if it was a corruption allowance. We want to know if it was a corruption allowance. Let's take the colleague.
Good morning.
Morning.
Howdy.
What will you do when you hear my voice? You shut your mouth?
You like a thing, eh?
Well, I think that you like.
You like thing, eh?
What kind of thing you like?
You don't like thing.
Yeah, I like thing, I mean.
I think that you like.
I think that you like, I mean.
Well, sit down there, I don't like thing.
I stay quiet to hear what you go say. I say, watch it, she'll juke me, watch it.
I know, Joy.
Huh?
I hear you talking about like mountain. What went on with the man here? And them I see him in the union was sitting there with them saying when they're going home they have $500 to go home. What is it all about, you know?
Well, these things is something you have to unpack and you have to get more information because you see, the union's willing to help, but it's the government, because the government say as soon as they come in office, they go make these people permanent. That was their words.
Yeah, and I wonder how much money they have in store.
Well, we go find out because we go put in Marco now.
We'll get info.
So by time Sunday, we should have some information on that.
And then Mr. Lackwood, he need to come put down his sweater, the yellow thing on him. That's why.
When he was a lifeguard?
The lifeguard, he need to put it down. Because they don't change.
School children say they're looking for somebody to take you walk?
He looking for somebody to take you walk?
Yeah, that's school children say. I don't know if it's true.
Well, yes. Because they don't shuffling park. They say they don't shuffling park.
They shame.
They don't shuffling park. He needs to move. He needs to just step out. Just say 1, 2, 3 and out you go.
Just go.
Because you're not doing the work inside the medical place. Last night I listened on how they call him station last night and saying a lady send things to do what she have to do for the medical facility and you know hearing them people not going and collect the thing. So if I didn't talk about it, he would have they pack up it in pack or they call in the place or let them know GM1 and the port come out yet. What it is, they shame because NMP said anything in them and they've shamed to one collect it.
Well, you have to be
and
that.
It's not NMP and NDC when it was coming in. It is for the state. And if they're afraid to go and collect, they don't have to go and afraid to collect them things and them because when it is sending, nobody didn't look in because when you hear you go in the hospital, they didn't say who you vote for, I go put it on you. Who you don't voting for, I go put it on you. Everybody getting the benefit. So what it is Mr. Lacko sitting there and just only playing games. Only what I see this man want to do, I don't know what he wanted to try to, only just go in and run, do exercise. That is a health care. Them people selling the thing, they don't buy in. They just putting it and saying, watch how many, look how many money the NMP don't pay no bill and look how much money so that a government continue. You meet a bill day, all you have to do, pay the bill and collect. Why these people and them thinking this negative thinking? Mr. Rocco, put down the sweater and please, 1, 2, 3, out you go. And don't let me have to tell you that again.
Alright.
Please.
Judgment
Because
pass.
you're not doing what you have to do. I hear a lady Sunday, the call and say a lady did make a baby and she was hemorrhaging. I didn't hear she call back and say, is the lady leave or the lady dead?
Is she listening? She will call.
So I don't know what it is as what's going on. You're bringing things. They're not paying for what they have to go and pay for. People bringing things, selling things for the country, and they're not good. Who's sitting on the radio and saying, he expire? And they put 500 people in the seed program. Well, they take out 5 and they put 5.
You might take out.
He say he don't work with nobody, so he glad he get the poor lift too. He don't work with nobody, but he get now. If he never get, but he get now. So stop beating your mouth and talking about thanks to this government. If I don't bring my cause to government, government never know who I am. If I will I have to bring my cause to government for government to know how rain to falling on my house. Stop. So when we here, we talking, we have to stop this. Well,
Don't say.
Take 2 deep breaths.
Yeah, breathe.
What I don't get vexed, you know.
Yes.
We have to stop that in Master Carl. You check it out?
Yeah.
I tell you Sunday I listen him, man, you know. Sunday I listen him. You check it out? I listen Clarice Modest with 2 doctors, a doctor and a nurse yesterday on the live with Kellan Bob. You heard the lady, the doctor say, the nurse say, they say a stroke of a pen. We need permanent. They say they need permanent. They put the $500 on the people pay and they're taking it out in the tax. So they give you in the left hand and they're taking it out in the right hand. So then this is what causing nurses to move. And you hear the lady say, the nurse say was, when nurses they on one, you have about 50 nurses on training. But you know, maybe they must be watching and you training nurses, and instead of you training nurses for nurses to give the service to the country, everybody walking out in style. So if you want to learn, you have to pay to learn. That's what they know, because they're saying, with days when they're working 50 nurses training, and you have how many in the ward. So now everybody getting debt-free education, and they're running and get more money outside. Everybody looking for the green pasture. Yes, it's true. But if we could do what we could do, we would have do it.
Valley say more nurses going this last year than before.
Than every year. Because when they come, they say...
Valley say that?
Stroke of a pen. They will say the stroke of a pen. So everybody go vote for stroke of a pen.
And then the pen shook them.
Pen playing deaf, like if they care, they forget what they say. That was going on with us, you know. Imani vote for permanent. They say they want because he say, the Prime Minister say that they cannot go to the bank when they want a loan. So then he got to give them permanent.
But they can't even go in GDP now because Andy am take all.
We don't know who going, who staying, who getting $500 to go. Well, Papa, I'm sorry for all who they. I don't work with government. I never benefited, no, got nothing from government.
Yes, man, you benefit from the stability when NNP was in power. People didn't come in and break your place. Now you're afraid.
What they do?
I say when NNP was in government and the place had stability and calmness, we all benefit because we live comfortably. Now you are too afraid.
With living comfortable, Master Carl. The only thing you see, you know, they go and sign. Right now they tell you to the Friday, go and sign. I hear they calling it handout. You go pick up all darkness. You sweating, picking up grass on the street. Whole morning you leave your bed and rain come in and they calling it handout, you know. You don't see these people and them to link with.
Yes, man.
And they taking it, you know. All of them take it. But now they want to play big and they no big.
A whole bunch of sick it.
You to bury the people and them alive.
Alright, caller.
Enjoy the day, yeah?
So these are the issues the Grenadian public care about. Igwe.
I have a message here from a school child.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Morning, Master Carl. I want to know why they fired the single mothers who was walking on the road and still turn around and send her children to secondary school. What they want them to do. What they want them to do to send their children to school.
Maybe open their business.
don't know.
Any call online?
Not yet, how would I tell you?
So these are the issues of the Grenadian, what concern the Grenadian public. But the Prime Minister don't addressing it. He said they have in vigil and bingo. You understand?
Party bad.
So what the money come out to pay the prizes and them in the bingo? We need to ask that.
Who give all of the car and them to bingo out? Where the money come out? Where all you buy the car from to give out in the bingo? We want to know that. Because that could be we money. Taxpayers' money. We.
Yes, Sigrid.
Mm-hmm.
We have a 2 clip again to play because we like to get it from there onwards.
Before I play the first clip, let's take this call.
You know.
Morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, how you doing?
How are you, Master Carl?
I'm okay.
Well, the money for the bingo, you shouldn't wonder where CBI, passport. Yeah. And a concern about the container with the medication. It does not expire. Wheelchair cannot expire. Antibiotic does expire. But right out here, understand what's saying on our other program this morning. They're mixing different things to make because antibiotics scarce now. So you could mix others to make antibiotics. But if what in the container, they leave it to expire, he ain't good again. And how they could know he expire if they don't clear the container? And why they having some shipping, why they send Pampers, gloves, and other disinfectant and whatever it is. They have to pay rent now because they send it in. They call, who put them on hold. When now they don't go and clear it, somebody send them something for his house. I hear it on Sheldon program. They won't go and clear it because it's NDC, it's NNP, the thing come from. Who had to go in graduation? The person had to go and buy a other dress and shoe and what to send by somebody that coming to get it. So who send on the windows for the house? They have to come down now to clear it because the brother cannot get it. They don't make it's color now. Color that going on now.
Where there is no shame, anything happen.
When was election time? Yeah. They go in the night, but they never come at me, you know. They never come, whether NNP, whether anything. Nobody don't come and ask me nothing because I don't really discuss. I only do what I have to do when the time comes.
All right, you do civic duty.
So, what's going on in this country? The youth are praying for the youth. They're going to get frustrated and they go do dirty things.
We go talk about you just now.
You understand? So, what you saying that the money, the people have money, the man only flying, I'm sure he start to go feathers by now. You know?
They have money and they living in harmony.
Yes, so now, people pray for nobody in yours to go in the hospital or call in the abattoir right now.
Yeah, because it's a unique case. Either you have money or you living in harmony. But these fellas, they have money and they still living in harmony.
So, the thing is, what's going on in this country? And you know, when you shame, you have to hide, you know, because boasting so much what they could fix in the stroke of a pen. But all those pen have stroke now. They cannot do nothing. And those who had to get permanent, they permanent home have a day for them to get work. If bush in the place, afraid to go out my house in the night. Bush, left, right, and center. So, Master Carl, do what you have to do. And what you say that you don't lie because I was here, I was listening to BBC News too, eh?
Yeah.
I hear what's going on. You don't lie because nobody can contradict you and they can't call and say you lie. Because they shame, they balling with duct tape on their mouth, you know. So have a blessed day and all what you get, expose it. Do as Andy say.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
It's wrong right now. And this is why I'm making
NDC government.
If you speak,
will
you get
ensure that
youth
in agriculture and fisheries
be able to speak.
Youth in diplomacy and diplomatic affairs.
If NDC is a poor right now, we should be able to say that what we like leadership in government. And NMP, vice versa, right? There's a fear going on right now that if you stop, you're going to
will be visible.
And
Here, boy. You bad like him? You sound like a pastor there. Igwe?
Igwe.
You don't hear, boy?
Where is the youth in diplomacy? Where is the youth in agriculture? Mr. Lacret, they say he's a man of God. The people say he's a Christian, and to be a Christian, you have to be Christ-like. Christ won't do that, you know. Christ won't mislead the people so Igwe. If you put good wine in old wine skin, the wine is old wine.
Yeah, he's spoiled.
Lako. And I used to say Lako is the conscience of the party because Lako could pray.
You don't hear him? You don't hear him, man?
Yes, let's take it.
Good morning.
Good morning, it's me again. Mr. Carter, I heard you were saying, well, the mothers and them go have to go and open the business now. Well, when they open the business, they're at home, the young men at home. How are they going to get the money? When they open the business, they won't get, even though they open it and somebody going inside of it, they won't have money to give them. So, it's of use. It's of use that they wouldn't be able, they better close the business instead. They open it because they won't get money because everybody coming in home.
Contract up today.
So they better close the business. I would encourage them to open the business.
Oh, gosh.
Have a good day.
Because they wouldn't get nothing. They wouldn't get nothing, eh? I'm going to run like you know.
Yeah, somebody say they get mumble, you don't clear why.
Let me give them again.
Yeah.
But I'm wrong right now. And this is why I'm making
that
if you speak,
will ensure that youth in agriculture and fisheries
be able to speak.
Youth in diplomacy and diplomatic affairs.
If ND season 4 right now,
in sport,
we should be able to say that
and support leadership
in government.
Youth
and
in
every
division
right? There's a fear going on right now that if you stop, you're going to get
government will be visible
and that
our political structure.
Lako forget by.
He forget. Or he get brainwashed.
Be reminding Lako.
I know you see that this morning. I know you see that just now there and he opened him out so. Can't believe it. He said that.
Wow. You have a next one from our next one again, too?
I have a next one there.
Let me see.
That one, yeah. Hold on.
Watch. These people are them do easy, boy. You hear the kind of pronouncement they make to the youth, boy? And no, none of them you don't see none of them in agriculture. Which youth they put in the diplomatic field? Which one in agriculture? Which one in fisheries? Why, oh boy.
Our next one again for
you. Let me hear?
Yeah, that one is an example to it.
You will know that when you let me as our next parliamentary representative,
and this is wrong.
I will ensure that 24-hour community health care and emergency services are available to you with all necessary equipment and staffing needed to adequately provide these services.
And
if you are involved as well,
there's a fear going on right now that if you stop, you're going to get
fishing. When you elect me as your next parliamentary representative, there will be continuous fishing training, financial management, constant safety training, fish handling and navigation training, among others, for our fishermen.
Go off.
Then I'm just about to ask if
I've go off people because they say they don't see now. They say they don't see now, Igwe. Let me take the call.
Good morning.
Master Carl, this lady was in the program, in the thing yesterday.
I don't know.
Well, everybody finding out. She beating she mouth what she doing. Now, last night everybody calling. He don't have ice in Grenville. He don't have in Guav. And they have to put it on the radio. And they beating she mouth on the campaign trail.
Very distorted.
Where was she? Where she did there? Where she go now?
I don't understand now. Master Carl, you have to ask a question. Miss Moses, if she gets your invitation, I don't hear you give me back my reply.
No, I don't get it yet.
Why is that? You don't walk in your knob up?
Eh?
You walk with your antenna up?
Yeah, man. I walk with it. I'll give you Sunday. You will get it Sunday.
So that's stupid, eh? You don't know if I call him because I go say too much wrong.
You have to call Sunday. Your friend will be on.
I tell you, if I call Sunday, you go really hate me. So you
have to call.
All right.
You're calling for my sake.
You call and then you diss my program?
No, because I didn't want you to curse. I tell you, we don't have to talk about that again.
I don't want to curse. Yeah. So why I saw so stupid to let the radio libel, I wouldn't do myself that. So,
all right, don't worry.
I'm like a baby then.
Right, so I know better next time.
Hey, I call it and tell the people and them. I hear the ministers, the prime minister say he have doctors on the list on the seed program. So I said, this is if he have doctors on the seed program, he must be the minister who put the doctor is a godfather, a godson all day. That's why doctor has to be on the seed program.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the seed program? Why they don't say end? They say NDC now. As she they know people who they need now, she had put them. But tell the people and them how she hold mouth now.
Mm-hmm.
Later.
All right.
Igwe, the woman say he does have and go off because people say they don't see that lady. Eh?
Well, Igwe, and to play again because people saying they don't hear good.
Yeah,
so I have to test it again.
You would know that when you elect me as your next parliamentary representative, I will ensure that 24-hour community health care and emergency services are available to serve you with all the necessary equipment and staffing needed to adequately provide these services. If you are in Guab and Thursday as well, then you would know that in regards to fishing, when you elect me as your next parliamentary representative, there would be continuous fishing training, financial management, constant safety at sea training, fish handling and navigation training, among others, for our fishermen.
Yes, Igwe.
Want to know if that going on, Igwe?
Where did you see she?
Because people saying she cannot be found. So I don't know what's going on. Igwe, play it again because I want people to know.
You like to do it?
No, I want
you
people
know
to hear.
that when you elect me as your next parliamentary representative, I will ensure that 24-hour community health care and emergency services are available to serve you with all the necessary equipment and staffing needed to adequately provide these services. If you are in Guab and Thursday as well, then you would know that in regards to fishing, when you elect me as your next parliamentary representative, there would be continuous fishing training, financial management, constant safety at sea training, fish handling and navigation training, among others, for our fishermen.
Right. Igwe, in their own words, and this is whole it against them. And this is ask questions. So we asking of Miss James, is she name?
Yes, Miss James, yes. Miss James.
MP?
MP James.
For St. John? Those things you promise the people. What is the stage of those promises? Because all the big on promises make promises delivered. What is the stage of those promises, Igwe? It seems like the audio get better too. The persons, because they say earlier in here.
Maybe we need to keep.
And I play these clips, Igwe.
So we had to play back like too.
Yeah. I play these clips for people to understand the promises make or made then and what is happening now. And it is aimed at young people, the youth. Okay, if we have a lack of stress on the youth. The youth. But where are the youths? Where are the youth in fisheries, in agriculture, in diplomacy and all them things? Give them a hit again, Igwe.
and NDC government will ensure that youth in agriculture and fisheries, youth in diplomacy and diplomatic affairs, youth in sport, medicine, and sport leadership, youth in every division of every area and sector of government will be visible at every level of our political structure.
So we have to be blind because we don't see that. Igwe.
We don't see that.
We have to be blind. And that is the kind of things we have. Because like I tell you, Igwe, where there is no shame, where shame is absent, anything could happen. Rampant corruption, victimization, and Andy say, do let that. So Andy, tell the Prime Minister to stop this victimization and lies. Because the people don't be living in all it.
A government just text me.
What you say? Let me hear you say.
Yo, I'm from Gov and I'm not seeing her. And she cannot go in gun battle. Please send the clips for me.
So, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
You understand what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Sad, but real.
Real.
Because we only taking the advice of Andy. Hold it against them. Andy say hold it against them. Igwe. Andy say stop the victimization. Andy say expose them. Andy say we should be able to speak. Andy say write them down. Andy say don't be a yes man. So we just taking the advice. Igwe, there's some issues again what we have to treat with as it relates to integrity in public life. Because the Prime Minister, in one of the recent pronouncements, indicated that they had to recuse themselves from, meetings in cabinet based on CBI and so on. And the integrity in public life speaks to some of those things on them. Now, the fact that you have to recuse yourself from discussions in cabinet tells a story, Either A, conflict of interest, B, that you're part and parcel of. And you, being in public life, you ought to know. Once you intend to get into those things, there are certain things you must do. You must take out yourself from, as the Jamaican say, come out of that.
I hear Miss James in Panama with your boyfriend. That's cool.
O'Halloran used to go in Panama.
In Panama.
So in Trinidad.
Yeah, in Panama.
I go into Panama, mama. What you over there? Let me take the call.
Morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you today?
Go right ahead.
Yes.
Very good, very good. Nice. I just want to say something based on ministers and corruption, okay? All right. Now, this is something, when you look at it, you, the person, have taken the charge or volunteer yourself to come on the forefront, okay? To come to serve your nation. It's just like a policeman is serving his country. Now, yes, it's about money, but at the same time, there is a difference between a policeman and a politician. Okay? You, the politician now, is serving the nation. Okay? Then you cannot strip or impose something on the middle and especially the low-income people. Yeah? This is something ridiculous. And then they say it is better to pay the politician more for them, not to be corrupted. But if you want to pay them more, how are you generating the income? Whereby you're taking out of the poor sector people of the money that they were receiving, and then putting high taxation on the other side. I mean, that means you are for yourself and not the people. Am I right on that, Master Carl?
Yeah, man.
Yeah? So you yourself, I mean, yes, you may have, as a politician, have your ends to meet, but you come for a job, and this is a salary they could afford to pay you. You already taken an extra, which has been said, 2,000. So whatever you're getting 2,000 more. And you're still looking forward to pay yourself more salary. I mean, this is not fair. And I think from the 2,000 which they give this time, I think they could drop off at $1,000. Yeah, and let's balance it off. Let's be on the fair side of the playing field. You understand? Okay, you want to increase with a direct $2,000. Okay, take 1,000 and give the people, because there are people who they cannot meet the needs. Yeah, because last year we know on the rush that came that school fees were way. I don't know if it still exists now. Yeah, this is something Master College should find out. The new students that were entering the new schools, who had the procedures is the same procedures as last year. I hear nobody talking about that part of it. Yeah, regarding school book, one school book is over 100.
Yeah, in terms, right.
Yeah, and school books and entrance fee and all this, because last year, so some maybe not to the fullest, but I don't know the in depth of it, but the talk was that it wasn't much, emphasis. The people don't really pay a lot of money. But now, the cost of living is on our rise. So I expect the school books even to go up. Yeah. So instead of you taking a high end of salary, I think they should have revisit the free school books program and maybe empower that more and bring it back more stronger than it was. So the middle and the poor sector of the people could benefit from it. Yeah? Probably it was, I think it was $25 then. Even if you have to pay $60 or $100 for a school book program, I think it's worth it in a sense that one school book is $100, where you're getting 15 school book or 10 school book for $100. So you're actually saving $900 or $1,000 in some cases. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, let's, I mean, there's a lot of talk, but talk is talk. We need to put talk in action. Are we not seeing, there's a lot of talk. I mean, talk has been said for the last year and a half. And, nothing much of that has come to the actual play of it. We're not seeing any action. Like we're on a pause. And if we're on a pause, how long we will be on a pause for? Are you going to squeeze people now and then the last year and a half, before you call the shot for another election, you're going to roll it out?
You like molasses for fly?
I mean, this is not fair because people have to live. I mean, so there's nothing, you're not actually be doing anything per se, because if you're squeezing people now financially, and I don't know what you're going to do. Are you going to just have some sort of rollout? In the last two budgets come into the election, whenever it is being called. This is something matter of concern. It is concerned. People should think and think deeply. Yeah.
All right, caller.
All right. Look forward for you on Sunday, guys.
All right, bless, brother.
Public integrity in public life, Igwe. Section 7, 8, and 9. A person in public life shall not allow his or her private interest to conflict with his or her public position. It shall be the responsibility of the person in public life to avoid such conflicts of interest, whether real potential or apparent. So when the Prime Minister say he and Mr. Cornwall out removing themselves from discussion, the integrity in public safety have to know and fix that by way of gazette to let us know there are no more agents and they are not beneficial owners of companies of CBI gates.
Mm-hmm.
So take a break.
Yep.
And be back.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
From the north, covering south, east, and west. This is Real FM.
Hungry, anyone? You heard about it, and it's finally here. Velma's Restaurant and Bar, located High Street Sateras in St. Patrick. They're open from 6 a.m. until midnight. Breakfast is available from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. On the menu is roast bake, sawfish, and many, many mouth-watering items. Lunch is a close second, with items that can be grilled to your satisfaction. We have steamed fish and other seafoods too. For the health-conscious ones, we provide vegan and vegetarian dishes. Looking for something that will hit the spot? From 5 p.m. until close, come and enjoy our burgers and fries. At Velma's, we cater and host parties. We have an on-site bakery where you can place your orders for fruitcakes and other pastries. We also have local juices. Listen to Real FM for your daily menu to place your order in advance. Call us at 419-5622. That number again, 419-5622. Velma's Restaurant and Bar. Come eat lunch with us.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
A natural disaster can change your life in minutes. Preparation is the best protection for your family and business. Prepare now. Create a disaster plan and make sure everyone knows what to do. Store water, non-perishable food, and medication. Remember basic emergency supplies such as batteries and flashlights. Trim overhanging trees. If trees near power lines are unsafe to trim, call Grenlec at 237 for assistance or advice. Install surge protectors to safeguard your electrical devices against outages and intermittent surges. Make sure your generator has an isolation switch. It will prevent power from feeding to our lines and electrocuting others.
Come one, come all to the St. Mars constituency breakfast this Saturday. Yes, Saturday, July 1st from 6:30 a.m. Tasty items available such as, but not limited to, fried bakes, coconut bakes, fried cuckoo, fried breadfruit, fried plantains, fried fish, fried jacks, fried chicken, stewed turkey, smoked herring, saltfish sauce, and tanya log, all in a $7 box. But wait, there's more. If you're looking for something bigger, the $12 box may be just right for you. Come on out to the St. Mark's Constituency Offices breakfast this Saturday. Yes, July 1st, 2023. See you there.
91.5 Real FM got you covered.
Tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes again. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over, they unleash the lawyer. Set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need to close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating. So me plea are repeating. Go. They're like a natural disaster. Now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on their knees. And a begging. Now we enacted one week. From sight to the country, streets turn into rivers, then into seas. It's why I'm singing. Now this is my humble petition. I'm for election.
No, please. Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
So it is the responsibility of the person in public life to avoid it. So come in and tell us with us, do sit in meeting. It's simply not enough. You know what you have to do. Cease to be a beneficial owner of Mitchell and Partners Inc. and cease to be an agent. And that is simply ego, not no maths or no big thing or some kind of thing in them. Or cease to be a beneficial owner of Citizen and Corporate Services Limited. You have easy ways to do the thing. A person in public life shall not take advantage of his or her position for his or her private interest. Private interest, like getting the investor to build things in a particular constituency is private interest. A person in public life shall always conduct himself or herself in such a manner that the public's confidence and trust in the integrity, impartiality, and effectiveness of the public service are perceived to be enhanced. We can't say that about the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance, because if they are to recuse themselves from discussion on CBI matters, they for fear of being impartial, because they're going to be partial. So they're effective. So they flaunt, they violating the same public life, integrity in public life, ego. And we cannot and should not allow that, and we have to take on the advice. We have to hold it against them. And we're doing simply this, we're holding it against them. A person in public life shall not engage in any activity or transaction or acquire any position or function, whether paid or unpaid, that is, this thing's so sad. Whether paid or unpaid, that is incompatible with the directives, form, and proper performance of his or her duties in public official, where it is not clear whether an activity is compatible, he or she should seek advice from the commission. But they don't establish any commission. So even if they find that who they go in and seek advice from Igwe, and that is why we will continue to hold them to it, Igwe. They don't get in our way. And we don't doing things of our own choosing and doing. A person in public life should not allow him or herself to be put in a position of obligation to return a favor to any person or body, or should his or her conduct in his or her official capacity or in his or her public life make him or her subscribable to improper influence. And we want the Prime Minister and the President Minister of Finance, because of their link with CBI, we say, watch, don't put yourself in a compromising position where people could blackmail all you. We say that here, you know, Igwe. We say this thing where you have link of being an agent, people come to you because agent is a link with the investor, and putting yourself in a position where a would-be investor will have the goods on you to blackmail you. We warning the people and them. We warning them. You say the envoy is not a public servant, but if you work for the government and the citizen, you're a public worker. You're a public servant. And putting yourself in a position where you could be compromised and blackmailed. Because not every investor that come here won't have this nefarious intention. The person in public life should not seek to influence for private purpose any person or body, including any public official, by using his or her official position or by offering them personal advantage. Because Igwe, now the investor, when he wants a favor, he goes to the Minister of Finance. The unique case in Grenada, the former Minister of Finance and the present Minister of Finance had ties to the CBI by way of being agents who take out their name on it now, who take out their email address, but they don't do the proper thing by way of document to gazette and say we no longer agent. Igwe, this thing is serious thing. You don't want an investor to have the goods on the government and hold them ransom like billing thing in the constituency and others. So when we come here and speak of these things, Igwe, we just offer an advice. We don't only come in and browbeat people here. We also saying don't compromise to the fact that you could be blackmailed. But no, Igwe, they don't want to hear what RealFM say. You understand? We don't hear any. They don't listen. And they don't setting up the Integrity Commission to deal with matters like that. So you understand? Igwe, where shame is absent, anything could happen. Like rampant corruption. Like the Prime Minister saying, if you don't pay them good, if you don't pay people good and they have access to government resources, they could have corruption, whether real or perceived. We have something there?
No, I was telling you, I find that part of the plan, man.
Yeah, man.
That part of the setup, you know.
And this is why we bring in this information to the people. This is why, as Andy say, we holding it against them. This is why Andy say, because I like Andy asking question. Mr. Andy, how you paying?
What is it?
Yeah, we have to close the thing with Andy, you know, because Andy gives some food for thought.
Yeah, let me get a thing again.
What else going on? But you voting for NMP or NDC or whatever it is. When you go into a rally, go and listen to exactly what they are saying. See if it makes sense. Get a pen and piece of paper, write it down. And when they go in office, hold them against it. A man can't just come and just promise you XYZ and when he come, he ain't doing it. Hold them against it. And if we start demanding more other people, they wouldn't have a choice but to raise their level. But if these parties see that we just, anything goes for us, they will continue giving us mediocre.
And play the next one, man. Where you advise people what to do. Hold it against them. You see, hold it against them because if you don't do it, they go give you mediocre. I hope Andy taking that own advice.
Really?
Yeah.
That are wrong right now. And this is why I'm making the lie. That if you speak, you get victimized. And this is wrong. Because we should be able to speak. I can tell you I'm not a yes man. Right? We should be able to speak. If NDC is in power right now, we should be able to say exactly what we don't like that is going on in government. If an NMP, vice versa, same thing. Right? There's a fear going on right now that if you talk, you're going to get victimized.
Them fellas them is profiting on
That has
ego.
to stop. We have to stop.
All what they say, see from Tillman come now, all what they say go happening now. You know? And this you have to afraid to talk, but that shouldn't be. You see, if NDC was in power, NDC now in power and the victimization. You know? Ease up on the victimization, Rasta. Ease up on it, man. So we holding all that against it, so don't vex. You call that scrutiny. Because a little coming on RealFM for we to ask all some questions. Because we go ask them some questions.
Yeah, they have to come.
Come here and we don't come in here to if you come here, it's not a matter of embarrassing anybody. No. We just asking questions on issues that affects the nation. You understand? Simply put. So, Mr. Andy Williams, we want to know what you have in plan for the poor and vulnerable to remove the 150. You add 500 persons, you see. But you also tell the nation that the World Bank and others say, once you get in under 650, things bad.
Poor.
Yeah. Mr. Andy, we want to know the thousands of people that lose their work. What advice you have for them? What comfort you have for them? Should the women open the business, ego and the men and then go and thief and rob and kill? Because we've seen that here. What is it, Mr. Andy, we want to know the crime situation and what is the strategy going forward, Carnival, right around the corner? Should we, as inspector, say, hold out we head and ball out to the captain?
Ship sinking.
And we want to know about the faith organization workers and the CJ workers and the money. What are they doing? We want to know, Andy, what is the strategic direction for the RGPF? Because you say ask questions. Mr. Andy, we want to know what is the Prime Minister's interest in the CBI business. Andy, you say ask questions and hold it against you. Andy, we want to know how much money did the firm of Mr. Cornwall and the Prime Minister make in the last year in CBI business. Andy, we want to know your good friend, you want to get money. We together with you in GDB. We want to know what he's doing about health and the shortage of medication and short staff and the continued contract of workers. We want to know. And Andy, to you, Mr. Andy, we want to know how you're servicing that loan. Because before you had a problem with servicing it. So we want to know how you're doing it now. And the payback with all your commitments. And we want to know when the Prime Minister go forget that job mentality thing. You and him good. He cause you to get money. You and him good. And we want to know what is the real deal for that $2,000. If it was just a corruption allowance. Because the Prime Minister say ministers who are being paid little and have access to state resources could be corrupt, or corruption is inevitable. These are some of the issues, Andy, what the Ghanaian public care about. What the Prime Minister, when he speaks, is not addressing. The Prime Minister rather speak about job in Parliament, job in Cabinet, Igwe, and scarecrow in opposition than talk about murders in this country, the crime situation in this country, the unemployment situation in this country, the lack of medication and the situation in contract work in the hospital. A man say even a mockery come to put on a court. And he have a container. But Andy, I want you to advise the government. You may know school children say, or somebody could get all the thing in the night. You see, Andy maybe could know, or somebody could do that easily. How to move with it in the night without going in, or the secure system or something so. So if you know Andy, I don't know, that's school children say. If you know, advise them they could to get it because they say it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And the ends always justify the means, Mr. Andy. So you hold you to it. You hold the government to it. We won't stop ask questions and we beg you please. Please, Andy, make a better try. Please, you're in a position to stop the victimization, Andy, because you speak out victimization. So Andy, I'm talking to you. Please, do something. Because history go remember you. Know? Because history, we go remember you know about it and you don't do nothing. You understand? So Mr. Andy, he that do it, he that know it, he had know the good thing and you do it wrong. They say you go be beaten with many stripes. So if you know about victimization, stop it please. Igwe. You get what that green is about?
I laugh in them boy, them funny man.
We don't get a last call before you go?
Yeah, we could get 2 more calls, but
yes, sir.
Somebody call.
We want at least a call before we go.
Yeah, you want to hear somebody's voice?
Yes.
Let me give somebody 2 minutes. Let me some sample.
Whilst you at it, give me Andy whilst you at it. Because Andy makes some salient points.
Looking for the video. Call for important trouble. Right, where Andy be? Look him here. Let me give it away. Don't worry, I'll go patience. We just
no, I have patience, man.
Don't worry.
I'm in for the long haul. I don't play basketball here. You know.
What's he done to play?
I play authentic test match cricket.
Let me hear.
That are wrong right now. And this is why I'm making the lie. That if you speak, you get victimized. And this is wrong. Because we should be able to speak. I can tell you I'm not a yes man. Right? We should be able to speak. If NDC is in power right now, we should be able to say exactly what we don't like that is going on in government. If an NMP, vice versa, same thing. Right? There's a fear going on right now that if you talk, you're going to get victimized. And that has to stop. We have to stop that. Whoever is doing it, we have to expose them. And I tell you, if anybody come for me, you come for me.
Andy, all you're doing it. So we exposing all you. And stop it. How the Africans just say, stop it, oh. Stop it, Igwe. Folks, we have come to the end of the program today.
Saga.
And we had a nice program, Igwe.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
You call?
We're getting called. We're getting called. Hello?
Mr. Call.
Hey.
Is Everton here?
Who Everton?
I just seen Montrose.
Montrose.
No, I don't know.
Oh, all right.
You want tell him somebody ask after him?
No, worry, I just supposed to come. Okay.
All right, okay.
All right, folks, have a good one.
All are invited to the St. Patrick's